Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Hold on! Fuck! Fuck this fucking... How are you so fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man! Game over!
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big? Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's clay. There's stones. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get versticken. Join me.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.
You guys! We ain't found shit!
Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh man. I should while we're waiting for everyone to filter in as a late start that might take even longer. Awesome. Love that I have a late start. You want might be I didn't even have the fucking intro thing up, and I didn't have the camera open. Gotta do that first. Don't want to do that without, because then the camera will flare and the lens will flare and boop, there we go. So, you know, I normally do my show. Oh, Jesus, didn't even remember those lights aren't on. I was like, why the fuck does it seem dark in here? Oh, because I'm not being blinded by the high beams above me. Oh, don't you even start. Them shits ain't supposed to be a problem no more. We had a goddamn arrangement. Is it just... Yeah, it's because there's wiggle room. I got to put a spacer or something on that to make that tighter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, yeah, late start about that. So, you know, I was supposed to be, any of you who were watching yesterday might remember, I said I was going to be on the Steel Toe show this morning, and I wasn't because April was. And don't get me wrong, I'm fine with that. The only problem I have is that I didn't find out that April was on the Steel Toe morning show instead of me until about 15 minutes before the show this morning. Just whoops-a-doodles, you know? Slipped my mind. Yeah, that sucks. I'm up. I'm ready to go. I've got the computer loaded. We're gonna do the damn thing. Oh yeah, by the way, no, we're not. You're gonna be benched. Like, all right, cool, awesome. Finding out when I did was also far too late to undo the schedule changes I made so I could do the show on Wednesday. Some of those schedule changes included my therapy appointment, which had to be moved to right before the show, which made the whole launching on time. Oh, I am such a giver. Alrighty. Well, that doesn't seem like there's much happening in the chat, and a slow start to the day, making it all feel awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get the Rumble chat. I have to literally grab the chats. That's how far behind we are. I apologize. I do have the show prepped. We do have that.
Cheer 100. Do you still believe that everyone who eats pineapple pizza is gay? But not all gays eat pineapple pizza.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident with that one. That is a weird, random question. Dude, it's only Wednesday. What do you mean it's only Wednesday? What do you mean by dude, it's only Wednesday? I mean, I'm bummed that I rearranged my life to do a thing, and then I find out right before I do the thing that I'm not needed to do the thing. That's just a dick move and a half. Just dick move and a half. Unless you're responding to Wilmer, and that's a fair response. Dude, it's only Wednesday. Easy with the... I don't know. Who knows anymore? The shadow does. I apologize for this. This is dog shit, but I do have to, like I said, have to load all these damn panels. I'm going to pull the audio down so you don't hear some horrible stuff of dings and such. Just one moment. Enjoying the new microphone, by the way. Arrived. That was another bummer of it. We were going to start the day with the new microphone, and then we didn't get to do that. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Ain't that a shame? Pop out the chat. Yes, we will. All right. Johnny, anything exciting today? Well, there's quite a few things that are exciting about today. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't get to put a proper note about it up. We're going to be talking about the Hunter Biden stuff a little bit. Merrick Garland's going to explain how what he did with all of it isn't favoritism. And then we have a story from the day before yesterday. We have Morgan Wallen's kid getting injured. We're going to be talking about that. A trans pride parade in Istanbul was held and unheld within minutes. An African-American museum has a video piece for us for CNN. So we'll have that amazing bit of footage and so much more. Your mic doesn't sound like it's on the SM7B. What? Oh, don't tell me that's the case. No, that's totally the case. Yeah, I'm on the SM7B. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Literally have the book right here. SM7B, baby. It's an SM7B. It's an SM7B. I got a new sticker, too. That's, like, exciting. I don't know what you mean it doesn't sound... It sounds great on this end. Honestly, it sounds amazing. It sounds better. The volume's nicer, and we're gonna have to make sure we don't let the kid touch it anymore. That's just I love pineapple on pizza, so F off haters, says Sandy Squatch. Sounds different, not as radio-esque. Same settings on the back of the mic. The back of the mic settings might be different. I will have to check that. I will have to. I'll have to get the other one. We'll have to handle that later. I'm sorry, Boomer Bob. I'm sorry if it's not as radio-esque. I apologize. Trying my best. Yeah, just doing what I can. It's only $500. Money. Money. Who cares? All right. So like I said, we do have both the chats up now, so we'll see all of them over there. We're gonna flip back to the Twitch chat on this, so that way each one is monitored better, and I can actually interact. And I like to interact with each of the chats now. Now we can do that. Hooray! All right. So, as I said, Merrick Garland is going to be the first thing we're going to delve into. We do have some stuff coming up later in the show, including I know I have a generally male audience, so I'd like to warn you now, spoiler alert, in the second hour, we will be talking about the Guinness World Record kidney stone. So I understand women can have kidney stones. Generally, though, a male problem, and God, are they awful. I went to watch Rumble, and some homeless guy asked me for change.
He's gotta puke! He's gotta puke!
Thank you so much, Wilmer Autotech, with the 100 bits. Whoa, mic just changed. Now it sounds normal. I did nothing. I bumped my volume up a bit. Is it? I will laugh if the problem was not the microphone and it has something to do with the fucking cable. And all of a sudden the cable will be a problem. I heard The Room before. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know what? We're going to call it good. Hey, I know. Let's hear me, because I love hearing my own voice, which is not true. My voice is entirely too high, even though my balls hang down very low, because they big old balls. Very low, because they big old balls. You know what? I'm going to say this. I sound amazing. And I'm sorry, Wags, I cut off your shart. It sounds good to me. Yeah, I sound, I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. I think, pretty good. I don't hear the rest of the room. Your old mic probably just needs wires re-soldered. Probably. But here's the thing. Why are you repeating, Johnny? Because I had the other screen up to test the audio. Is why. I'm hearing multiple voices in my head saying it sounds good. He was speaking into a vagina filter. Right? It was a vagina. All right. Well, the settings on the board have not changed at all. So I hope that we're not looking at a situation where I have to change settings on the thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or I'll just have to be quieter in general. Oh, I suppose I could always re-EQ the Rodecaster. We can look into it. These are things we should worry about. It's fine now. Move on. Sorry, I threw you off. Don't worry, Boomer Bob. We got a sound drop for that. Anyways, let's get back to this. So Merrick Garland is pushing back against the accusations of the Department of Justice having bias following the Hunter Biden plea agreement. Why would anyone get that idea? They're only giving him a kind of on the whole gun charge thing, which for, most any other citizen, we're talking some serious time in jail. And then the tax evasion. Why would we? He's going to be given super secret probation, guys. It's going to be fine. He's on super double ultra secret probation. Attorney General Merrick Garland pushed back Wednesday against GOP accusations that the Justice Department's plea agreement with Hunter Biden, President Joe Biden's son, in case you weren't aware, reflects a double standard of professional treatment for Democrats. Garland was pressed during a news conference in Sweden to address accusations from Republican lawmakers that Hunter Biden merely received a slap on the wrist while former President Donald Trump was criminally indicted. Yeah, why would anyone say that? It's only like that's what totally fucking happened. Garland rejected the idea, pointing to the fact that the U.S. attorney in Delaware tasked with investigating Biden's son was appointed under the Trump administration. As I said, from the moment of my appointment as Attorney General, I would leave this matter in the hands of the United States Attorney, who was appointed by the previous president and assigned to this matter by the previous administration, and that he would be given full authority to decide the matter as he decided was appropriate, Garland said. And that's what he's done. Right. That's what he's done. And by no means could the Department of Justice, I don't know, kind of been like, hey, don't fucking... Yeah, just because you didn't make him do this doesn't mean that it's incredibly biased. The fact that you're not doing anything against it is what makes you culpable. Like, people don't understand. China will pick up the slack. Yeah, don't worry. China's building a base off of Havana. Don't worry. They got us. China's got it, everybody. We're going to be Chinese. Someone get me one of them triangular hat things. No. Oh, that's the wrong theme. Oh. That's Japanese. They don't get along. Don't. I've brought great dishonor upon my family. Oh, yeah, dude, that does pick up way more. I'm going to check the settings on the back after this. You were very, very right. I just realized the sensitivity on this baby is all the way up, and that's not good. Yeah, that shouldn't be that high. Jack and Cough DOD found $6.2 billion for Ukraine, cited a clerical error. Right? I mean, why would anyone... I've busted so many streamers using their laptop mic accidentally. Yeah, I was worried that it had switched to one of my camera mics, and yeah, no, but I just realized now looking at it, yeah, no, that's catching and queuing off of way more, so I am going to have to check settings. And thank you for pointing that out, because otherwise I would have a huge problem from somebody on Monday when they're like, why does your mic sound way more sensitive? I'm hearing like everything. I can hear your cat. What's wrong with you? And just, blur. Anyways, we'll get it figured. War is funny. An ally in one war can be an enemy in the next. Only impeachment Joe Biden will receive is no more kickbacks from Ukraine. Yeah. That's the only impeachment he'll receive. Wow. I'm sorry. Boomer Bob has now given me like something to fixate on. What mic is more sensitive? That's the real question. This one's more sensitive. But the other one can drop out from time to time. And in order for that to work, I'm going to have to like open up the thing and do stuff with the... Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Wow. Yeah, no, I saw it. And I heard the pop. Damn it, he's right. He's right. And it's just the mic. It's got to be the pins in the back. Pins in the back got to be different. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this, guys. We can do this. BlackRock is teaming up with JP Morgan Chase to manage a fund to rebuild Ukraine. Right? It's not at all the the military industrial complex just kind of, wringing some money out of the American people, rinse, run, repeat, just fucking shovel it down. No. No, we're just rebuilding Ukraine, you guys. We're peacekeepers. Why isn't he in jail? Why? Why is it I have to hear about how Trump is a horrible person and I have to get up and defend him from being a criminal? And the actual criminal, and not even a good criminal. Like, this is the worst part. I hate Joe Biden for making me go, you know, at least if we were the Clintons, there'd be like some subterfuge to this. You know, there'd be like depths, there'd be like layers to this onion. No, this thing's just rotting on the doorstep. It's like, oh, look at this shit sandwich. Boomer Bob saying, oh my God, O'Keefe Media released another hidden camera video where some lady gets a BlackRock recruiter to spill info. It's 11 minutes of what the fuck. Is it 11 minutes of what the fuck I can air on YouTube? OMG. Oh, OMG is O'Keefe Media Group. I gotta give it to O'Keefe Media Group. OMG. Yeah, I know it's the former Project Veritas guy. I'm saying naming your media group O'Keefe Media Group and the letters being OMG. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I am a fan. I would love to air that. I don't know if it's safe to, though. It would be weird, I think, to air that and then get in trouble. Because I know going against the COVID narrative is cancelable misinformation stuff. But is it the same with Ukraine? Like, if you point out that, like, hands are washing hands, it's on his Twitter. Well, right, but airing information on his Twitter could get me in trouble. You know what I mean? Just because it's free to see on Twitter doesn't mean that it's not illegal for me to air on YouTube. He was probably just a typo, but Twitter is awesome. And now I'm just like, fuck it. Can I air this Twitter clip, or will it get me in trouble on YouTube? I'd hate for it to, cancel my bitch. Not a typo. All right. Well, congratulations, Boomer Bob. I am now using that as my name for Twitter from now on. I'm officially saying that I am franchising into Boomer Bob's designation of Twatter. Fucking Twatter. I've always called it Twatter. Well, I like Twatter. Twatter also works, but Twatter was good too. I am a member of Twatter, so I don't know if it is a good idea. Anyways. He's coming through on the mic now. Do you understand what I have to live with now? Alcard, do it into the mic. Oh, you bitch. You dick. Yeah, I've got to fix that before Monday. That's a fireable offense. I mean, I've already almost lost my job because he saw a cat. Imagine if he heard one. Holy shit. Sandy Squatch, my cat does that shit all the time. Yeah. So does he. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this was so super sensitive. I'm actually glad I didn't do the Steel Toe Show now. All right. So Attorney General Merrick Garland is explaining how he was not operating on any sort of politicized bias with the Hunter Biden stuff.
As someone living with type 2 diabetes, I want to keep it real and talk about...
As someone living with type 2 diabetes, I really need to get to a fucking treadmill. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Sorry. Uh-oh, Johnny. What kind of pussycat you have that's whining. That is a male cat by the name of Alucard. He is a feral rescue, and he bitches like a disgruntled girlfriend when he doesn't get to have his time with me because he's clingy. I don't know why. Hang out with him all the time. Whatever. Fuck that guy. We're doing a thing. Alrighty. We're on automatic overtime all the way till to go all the way till 5:30. So we are still doing a show for another 3 hours. And thank you for being part of that. And I am definitely gonna have to work on the mic thing later. Alrighty. Real Housewives of Ozempic. Do we want to do the story? I had a story about a couple shocks their sister-in-law by making their pets the flower girl and the ring bearer in place of the children. I mean, it's funny, but at the same rate, I got other things to do, and I kind of feel like, yeah, who cares? Sounds fun, says Boomer Bob. Well, screw it. Boomer Bob's in. Doesn't take much of a push over here. Oh. 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 Uh-oh. Oh, that's sad. So, the reason we bought a new microphone was because the other one would drop out at certain times, and this one's dropping out at certain times, and I'm starting to think, yep, that right there does it. Oh, is it a new one? This one's brand new out of the box. So, considering the problem's almost exactly the same in terms of when and how it drops out, I'm thinking the fault might be in this, which means I have to take apart the Hosa or Pig Hog cables only. I will say this cable came with the mic stand, and the mic stand wasn't cheap, but I have no assurances about the quality of this cable. But I have a better cable that I used originally, and we'll just okay, phone. That's one horny cat. Yes, it is a horny cat. You know what that horny cat does? He fucks a stuffed dog easily twice his size. A stuffed dog twice his size. He bends the limbs over its back, and then he humps its face with reckless abandon. Feed it Bud Light and soy lattes. The cat or the microphone cable? Now we've got too many problems that we're trying to solve. New doesn't always mean it's good. I have bought new things. I've bought things new that don't work properly. Jack and Cough, I would believe you if this had a different problem, but this mic is more sensitive than the last one was, and as for the mic dropping out, it does it. It does it very much if the cable gets to the right spot, and this cable doesn't sit in here very well. Yep, if it gets to the right spot, it just doesn't. I don't trust it. Had sex with a stuffed animal. What's his problem? His sister isn't available. Saint Aren, he's a cat, and let's just say you don't want them doing that. Anyways, plus, why is your immediate go-to the sister? That's just, never immediately go to the sister. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? You sound fine here. Yeah, no, the microphone, the microphone is good. It's, in fact, more sensitive, it seems, than the other one. It's the, it's this cable that I think has been the problem. I've had two SMB7 mics for like 20 years. Still sound like new. Seen many a drunken vocal session /podcast. Mine have seen smoking in close proximity, and I thought it was the cable at the bottom of the mic because my daughter had been pulling on it, and I'm worrying now that it might just be this this thing right here. I don't know. I would say mother, but that's creepy. Ah, yeah, mother is worse. Mother is worse. How about we just don't do family members? I smoke during my show. Dedicate one to that. One stays in the box. Well, shit. I've got two, and I smoked around one, and that one's in a box, and then this one's right here, and then 420 smoke isn't bad. See, I'll take that. That sounds, he's a reliable person. Hey, you want to come over and fucking EQ my Roadcaster? Oh, fuck. Anyways, so couple shocks sister-in-law by making their pets flower girl and ring bearer in place of their children. Oh, I have one RC. It's the nicotine type that's bad. That's what I do. I have one RCP1 and RCP2. Yeah, this is a Roadcaster. I believe the RCP1. So I want to get the 2. God, I want to get the 2. I don't know. I just have to do a little bit of research and figure out what I specifically have to type the settings in. Don't need cloud lifter with 2. So then hey, fuck it. We're already like baked into the overtime, and the show's like, doing what it is. Feline AIDS is a thing, apparently, LMAO. Yeah, feline AIDS is absolutely a thing. 'Cause get this, felines are like set to fuck like you wouldn't believe, to the point at which for the female felines, when they go into heat, it can kill them if they don't get laid. All right? They don't have to get pregnant, but they gotta fuck. You can't do that shit. What were we going to Google? Oh, or we were going to look into it on this one. We can do it that way. How much is that? Because I have been considering a new Roadcaster anyway. I have a friend who may want this one. He's looking to do some podcast and stuff, and I could very easily say, "Hey, homie, how you doing?" Let's see. Let's burn a minute looking at a brand new Roadcaster, as opposed to I could EQ this one or buy a new one. Let's see what the I don't give a shit about money option is. Roadcaster Pro 2. That's surprisingly more affordable than I thought. I assumed it was going to be over $1,000. They look beautiful. Looks smaller. Oh, God, it looks a little bit smaller. Wait a minute, one. I mean, it has all the same channels and everything, but I'm saying it looks a little bit, a wee bit smaller. Just a hair. Oh, and it's got a page tab. All right. It's official. It's official. I'm going to have to start doing some math. Because I'd love to be able to use both banks on the thing and just, it's worth the money if you have the funds. I keep the RCP1 as a backup. Look, I love the RCP1. The only reason I like the 2 is I know about the features and the upgraded things on the 2, and like I said, I think I'd like the 2. I think. I don't know. I just bought a new microphone though, so I might have to, like I said, might have to wait a month or two on that one. Oh, but you know, hey, we should get it to spruce up the place because apparently we're doing a live stream with Granny eventually. My first in studio guest, at least unless someone beats him to it. But yeah, fuck it. I pre-ordered the RCP. Yep. See it drop just like that one. It's this fucking thing here because it gives it more or less slack. There we go. So we got to change that out or tighten it up somehow. Find a way. Does the cable come out of the arm? Yes, but you have to completely take apart the arm to do it. It is a very difficult, very intensive process. But yes, the gator arm does come apart, and you can take the cable out, but you got to pull apart each joint, and you got to pull apart each joint, and you got to fucking rethread the damn thing. But I can put, a better quality mic cable in. I had to switch to the Elgato low profile mic arm. There's an idea. How about we work on our show and do all the This sounds like great. Let's talk tech support on the Game Over. Let's fix my show. Be Aaron's first podcast save thing. Alrighty. How about those ring pairs?
Cheer 100 Johnny Tech Support, 24/7 law.
Where's our sound drop? Here it is. How about them ring bearers?
Cheer 100 No More Nerd Talk.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do nerd talk. We're done. So, a bride-to-be asking if she and her fiance were in the wrong for wanting to have their dog and cat serve in the wedding party roles that are traditionally taken by children. An anonymous Reddit user, yes, on the Am I the Asshole subreddit. My whole family, especially my sister-in-law, make a big deal out of the twins, calling them rainbow babies, showering them with attention and affection, almost to the exclusion of other grandkids, the author wrote. The bride-to-be noted that she's never really been as involved with the rainbow baby family dynamic that's been set, most likely due to the fact that she lives across the country. However, that seems to be changing now that the sister-in-law has confronted her about the roles her children will or won't play on the wedding day. My fiance and I have been diving into wedding planning, a conversation that my fiance and I had recently was the matter of the flower girl and the ring bearer. I brought up the idea of having our dog Mika and our cat
Cheer
Tibby.
100 More Nerd Talk.
You just can't please him. Less nerd talk, more nerd talk. It's just what do you do? It's just fucking Jesus. All right. So you're talking the low profile mic arm. So let's just here, let's include everybody in on it. Let's do this. Let's go to Amazon. Hey, how you doing, Amazon? There we go. And let's go Elgato low profile mic arm. Enter. Let's see what we've got. Elgato Wave. There's the Wave. I don't see a low profile one though. Mic arm desk, low profile arm boom. Ooh, some of these actually look really good. Now Now I'm in trouble. God damn it. Because I've got this and it puts it right here, and I like that. But some of these low-profile deals look pretty good. Aluminum arm, desk mount, 360 rotatable, foldable microphone for podcast streaming and radio. I heard the mic tone switch again, but it came back. I'd be willing to wager the switches are the same and it's
Cheer
something to do with the
100.
cable.
Don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, 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 meow. Cheer 100 almost finished. Don't stop.
This is the weirdest fucking show today. I wasn't even planning to talk about microphone arms. And like, let's look at mic arms. And then I started looking at them like, these low profile ones sound pretty cool. I kind of like that idea. But I did just spend money on this one. And I did just spend money on the new mic. And apparently the tone changes intermittently on its own, I guess. But hey, at least the problem might not be the microphone, but might actually just be the cable itself. So, yeah, at least we got that. Hooray, it's all awesome. Oh, here we go. Wave mic arm. Oh, I see. That actually does look pretty slick. They've got a phone mounted to it. I love that. That's pretty stupid, but all right. Or no, never mind. That's a really weird microphone. Got to pimp your Elgato microphone. Okay, so I see what you're doing there. Yeah, the only problem I have with any of this is I have a glass desktop, so I can't use that shit. I cannot use that shit. And 11 seconds for the hype train to have come and gone. Alrighty, there we go. We're going to quit on this and do, really things. If your old mic is okay, send the new one back before it gets overly 420. I bought it through Amazon. I don't know how easy it would be to return it. I mean, my old one is down there. I don't know that the old one is okay. Return it to a Whole Foods? What? Oh, come on now. Is this a show of microphone or some shit? Yeah, you're right. We should just quit doing this. I should Amazon takes everything. Yeah, I know they take stuff back, but again, this is again something I don't know that yep, again it's the cable right here cuz that was what was happening before. It says take it to a Whole Foods, so I do. Well, I'll figure it out. Whatever. We'll work on this later and I'll switch to the other microphone, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Fucking A. Oh, I closed the wrong story. This is why I shouldn't have been doing all that. Yup. Bloop. Okay, so we're going to ditch the couples story just because it's almost the end of the hour and we're going to move over. Alrighty, so Morgan Wallen's son, who is 2 years old.
I need a cooler night.
Fuck off. Morgan Wallen's son, who is 2 years old, was immediately taken to a hospital Sunday after suffering from a dog bite on his face. Indigo, Wallen's son. Indigo? Be surprised if that guy's a fruit. Alrighty, anyways, as I was saying.
Cheer 100. I don't have a cat, but my dogs wake me up like woof 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 woof.
Oh, but Boomer Bob, I will say I've never actually EQ'd like the board. Like I've never changed the settings. I've always just throttled volumes. Anyways, damn hippies. Goddamn hippies. Indigo on Monday was injured, and on Smith on her Instagram story shared series of emotional videos describing what happened to her son. Yesterday, he bit Indigo in the face, and Indigo had to have stitches. We spent yesterday morning in the emergency room. She noted that she has adopted the dog, a Great Pyrenees named Legend, last year. After Wallen and Smith's son was injured, several fans suggested the right thing to do would be to euthanize the dog. Smith said in tears she is not willing to let her dog go and asked her fans for other suggestions. Since then, we have been looking for options, and I just couldn't bring myself to do what everyone else says and what you're supposed to do, apparently, and that world tells you to do, and what the world tells you to do is to put the dog down because they're aggressive, she continued. Smith added that her rescue dog dealt with trauma in the past, which may have led to aggressive behavior. She refused to bring her dog to a kill shelter and said that other shelters are full. Desperately looking for other solutions, Smith asked fans for help through her social media. A few hours later, she provided fans with an update and was able to give Legend to a loving family. We just dropped Legend off with the sweetest family where he'll be living out his full life. So again, you have a dog that literally attacked a kid and you just put it with someone else. I mean, at least it wasn't a pit bull. Indigo, why so blue? Oh, no. Oh. Did that dog know Jack Sparrow? No, but everyone knew about that dog. I mean, he was properly named because he got to bite a kid and walk away with it. The animal kingdom, that dog is known as, and I'm not even going to quote. I'm just going to go right from the bird's mouth. Oh. Actually, I'm
Cheer
going to...
100. I don't have a cat or a dog, but my talking parrot wakes me up like, hey you lazy prick, wake up and feed me and change my newspaper, you worthless pile of. Cheer 100. Johnny, you read goodly.
No, I don't. I do not read goodly. I don't even read well. I read everything that's on the screen, and then when I read this stuff, I stumble. Let's be honest. Alrighty, the mic thing now that it's been pointed out to me. Funny. Alrighty, so we're all done with all of that, I guess. She's catching flack for not putting down the dog, but she's not going to because she cares. You care about the dog more than your kid. Well, I would say she cares about both, and we can argue about the level of care you should have for the dog. But
Fuck!
thank you, Wilmer, for the 100 bits. All right, thank you very, very much. That was a little loud. Yeah, it's getting everything. I'd have to re-cue the Rodecaster because I never EQ'd the Rodecaster before. The other mic was just really good. So, hype train coming down the track, says Boomer Bob. I mean, it could. We are on 320. So just turn on processing. Is there like a simple... Hey, you know what? I'm going to write that down. Fuck it. We'll type it on. I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. I am smarter with some of this stuff, but not all of it. So I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. I'm going to put that at the bottom of my offline projects thing. I'll put that in a list to do on the show. Rodecaster processing. There we go. That'll help me later. We'll do it. Alrighty, so our again, Morgan Wallen's kid going in the hospital as he's getting out after his kid suffered horrible bites to his face. They are saying the kid will have scars, like there's stitches, there's going to be scarring. It's going to be a permanent thing for this kid. And Morgan Wallen said, "Yeah, I understand. My vocal cord injury." Come on, vocal cord. You were drunk, all right? You were drunk. That's all it was. Drunk. Alrighty, so let's go back here. Go there. Moving right along. He takes something hard to his throat. He apparently blew it out from singing, all of his bangers, because when you do those real tough, I'm having trouble coming up with Morgan Wallen lyrics. Like, I'm remembering Broadway Girls, and I'm just like, nope. But again, I can't think of a single Morgan Wallen song that pushes the vocal cords. So, but I mean, 6 days, his lover blew it out. Well, it wasn't the one he had a kid with, because that lady is his ex. So his ex kind of fed his kid to her dog, just a little, and she's not happy about it. Anyways, we got a little video here to watch from Twatter. He got HPV from eating at the V. Thank you, Wilmer, for the 100 bits. 30 seconds before this hype train is out of time. So thank you very, very much. Alrighty, so moving forward. All right, people hold. All right, so yes, this is the Trans Pride rally in Istanbul. They marched for Trans Pride in Istanbul.
Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big?
Yapma! Yapma! Gazeteci!
They're just literally rounding up and arresting all of them. Just does not fly on this part of the island, man. Yeah, because if I touch that, it's the cable. It's the cable. Alrighty, so holy crap. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I know it won't be once we hit play, but doesn't that kind of look like the Tiger King right now? Doesn't that look like his crazy blonde mullety thing? Yeah, you definitely don't look like the Tiger King anymore. Hey, we're just marching for our rights. Yeah, but you're forgetting here you don't have any. But we demand them. Yeah, see how that goes. She looks like a chick from a Pfizer commercial. Well, I don't know what one you mean off the top of your head, so I'll take your word for it. Regardless of what commercial work she's done. Oh, it's just funny. All right. Oh, this is playing it over again. Okay, so again, all of these people. Oh God, and that guy in the front was the one we saw later. We caught back up with him. He did not get away with that. So the police detained everyone at the rally within 5 minutes. Every time I try to say it, I'm about to burp, apparently. 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, I'm going to have to be gentle with this while I play with. I got to be gentle with it when I play with it, and then be more. Just change the cable after that, and then we'll turn on processing just in general. It's probably a good idea. Let's do this there. So yes, they are all arrested. I identify as a woman. Well, guess what? You're getting put in with the rest of the guys. But I identify as a woman. Yeah, but you got a dick and we don't care. You're going in with the boys. Good that trans right shit is all mentally ill people. Jack and cough, even if it isn't mentally ill people, it is something that is not widely accepted in the area. So you have to understand where you are when you're marching for your rights. Some countries don't let that fly. Apparently the police knew in advance that some were planning to hold the march and blocked off the streets in advance, but a few of them managed to get through. So wait a minute. You did this even knowing that that they knew about it, they didn't want to do it. Well, now them arresting you in 5 minutes doesn't seem so impressive because, again, you weren't supposed to even be there anyway, so they failed in the first place. But they see what a shit show it is in the United States, and they don't want to put up with the shit. I don't blame them. I, quite frankly, was feeling of the exact same opinion. Yeah, they don't want to fucking put up with this shit. See how it is here? We hate it. But, yeah, I'm sorry you got through it. Holy Jesus. And so obviously people on the LGBT side are pointing out at the world being intolerant to them. But I mean, they don't play that shit, okay? They don't play that. It's very easy to understand. They don't play that. They don't play the trans thing. Do you see the trans? You don't. I struggle to think that there are. How many trans people are in the native tribes and things like I assume that's what you're talking about when you see in Africa getting laughed at. Like I have no idea. Or are you talking about a specific thing? I have no idea what you're talking about either way. But yes, so this Istanbul thing did not last long. Like I said, they're like, we're here, we're trans, and we're here to stay. And they're like, and you're getting in the meat wagon. We're rounding all of you up. See you later, toots. Yeah. And like I said, I hope they did not put them in facilities that go with their gender identity. I really hope that they didn't do that. Okay, so moving right along. Our next story is a video, and this is a video about this one came out. I don't remember when, but this was for celebrating Juneteenth. It might have been on their thing. We're gonna watch a CNN anchor trace his lineage back to slavery, and what they found shocked him. So this is a 6-minute video. I'm going to try not to pause it much because I imagine this is a lot of pandery bullshit. Because I imagine what they found that shocked him is that his parents were slaves and they got their freedom. And they picked themselves up by their bootstraps and they just... that's my guess. I would really like to see... His parents aren't from the slave days. Yeah, apparently your parents just kind of like migrated over here like around World War I time frame, just whatever. Fuck around and find out, says Fall in the Grave. Fuck around and find out about what? Oh, about your lineage?
This is It happened at the International African American Museum in Charleston, South Carolina, which opens this month. 6 centuries of history packed into 150,000 square feet at the historic Gadsden's Wharf.
Above 40% of all enslaved Africans would have come in through Gadsden's Wharf. We've been referred to as the ground zero of importation of enslaved people into.
I feel like 40% of slaves in America might have come in through Gadsden's Wharf. But you do realize slavery is a thing that happens all over the world, in some places still currently. Like, I love how we're such horrible pieces of shit. Once upon a time, we had slavery. You do realize indentured servitude, what was it? Debtor's poverty was kind of like debtor's prison and stuff like that. Like, there's been slavery, okay? I get it. This wasn't cool. But I feel like, you know what really helps you move on from something horrible that happened in your country's past, like hundreds of years ago? If you just keep bringing it up and make, like, monuments to it and keep tying people who are not really affected by it at all back to it, even on a genealogical level, I feel like that might, like, don't get me wrong. I think we should keep the memories and the lessons and the things. I'm not saying we shouldn't have the museum. I'm saying we shouldn't make it a thing where it's like you come to the museum and you can be like 23 and my name is Toby.
The United States.
Dr. Tanya Matthews is the museum's president and CEO.
Space of solemnity or celebration?
Yes. I refuse to choose.
Tribal art and contemporary fashion, relics of protest and reports of resistance.
It's this infusion of trauma and joy constantly that we like to talk about here. You get the full story, but you're going to get all the context in it.
What arguably is the best illustration of full context.
I feel this should be the first of many installments. We should have many installments dedicated to the African American experience in America. I think Chicago should have one. Slavery is still allowed as punishment for criminals. Absolutely. Again, the idea that slavery is this horrible thing and America did it and no one else did and we should never forget and we can never forgive and thing is just kind of like, nah. Can white people go there? Are tickets higher priced for whites? Well, you know what, Boomer Bob? You can disagree with me on this. If the African American, the International African American Museum charged white people more for the tickets, I call that fucking reparations. I mean, for tickets. So you want to go, you got to pay more, Whitey. All right, fine. I won't go. Well, why should I pay more? I mean, just because the sun didn't shine bright on my Kentucky road. Oh. Jesus. All right. So again, International African American History Museum, shining light on unknown history. I'm all for all of that. Unknown history, things that might have gotten lost in the history thing. Again, the idea of like, I don't want to say romanticizing because I don't think it is romanticizing, but the idea of like drawing your lineage back to like, I don't know. I don't know how we go. Tickets are $19.95. Going back in time. I don't know why 1995 makes me think of back in time.
Is the Museum Center for Family History. It's a team of researchers with access to millions of records that can trace African American lineage, sometimes back to a slave ship.
So I know where they're going with this, but tinfoil hat. Is this just the government trying to get people to willingly cough up DNA samples? They do not take EBT, says Boomer Bob. Well, that's bullshit. and fall in the grate saying yes. I would love that. I'd be like, all right, so we've discovered that your family, we've figured out the exact slave ship they came on. Oh, my God, that's amazing. And we've also figured out that you are apparently wanted on several warrants.
Cheer 100. They collect DNA in ancestry tests, so probably.
Yeah. And I'm now in favor of this. I ain't doing it. I don't have to wonder whether or not my parents are slaves, because I know they're not, and even if they were, I don't care. My parents come from Polish, my parents are Polish-Lithuanian, and who knows what the fuck. So I'm just like, whatever it is, we're me. Let's take it the win.
That came into this very port. The expert genealogist here spent months tracing my lineage. And this was the day of the long-awaited reveal.
Make sure you got a box of Kleenex by you and sit there and enjoy.
That's the museum's top genealogist, Dr. Shelley Murphy, on the laptop. She's joining us from the University of Virginia.
This is a tree, just a snapshot of your tree, and I'm following your maternal line.
Wow. That's a lot, just seeing the tree.
You see that box? Well, that represents David Venny, my great-grandfather's great-grandfather. He lived in coastal Richmond County, Virginia, on a farm with his wife Judy and their 18 children. And in 1871, he filed this claim to be reimbursed for livestock and supplies requisitioned by Union troops during the Civil War.
Another thing that is significant is that...
So wait a minute, you got reimbursed for supplies that the Union troops used during the Civil War. Weren't you a slave then? So you owned the... So didn't they get their Wait a minute, what the... Is this just a roving bit every once in a while you just show up asking for... That sounds like he got his 40 acres and a couple of cows and he was able to back charge. I'm a bioengineered societal ingredient. My parents were Irish immigrants. Who really cares, though? Yeah, again, I'm watching this for the and the results were shocking. Like what again, we were promised what they found shocked him. I would like to know the shocking part. And I'm betting it's not shocking. But I'm hoping the shocking part is that he came from pirates. Again, they got requisitions. I'd like to hear he came from slave owners. Someone was, how shall we say, bred into the mix. Oh.
He owned the land that he's on, and it was 23 acres.
Where?
He owned the land that he was on, and it was 23 acres during the Civil War. Doesn't that kind of mean he was, Look, I don't want to... I don't recall a lot of landowners during the Civil War. Were the supplies antique farm equipment? Hey, oh. I read so much of that before I put it together in my head.
Did a man in the 1870s, so soon after the end of slavery, get the money to buy 23 acres?
Absolutely. And
at the end of slavery, it was during the Civil War. Slavery wasn't over during the Civil War. Are we glossing over the fact that if you follow his line... Hey, we have a sticker party. Thank you for the 100 bits. Feel free to go nuts with the stickers for a few minutes. I'll just sit back and listen. Again, I want to see his OMG face. I feel like we're ignoring the fact that it sounds like his family lineage went over to... I'd love to see how we trace it back to a boat now. Because again, so this was one of the very few... And by the way, Oh my God, it gets better. I just put it together in my head. Mikey Two Milk's up in the chat. Hey, Mikey. Yep, that picks up a lot. It's a lot of Buddy Christ. Well, I didn't warn anybody about this sticker party. I didn't know it was coming, so nobody knew. And so, you know, people just kind of act quick, and some people just pop a lot on one. You know, there it is. Find the Lord. Although right now we're playing Find Your Slave Ancestors. And I'm sorry, I have trouble believing that your ancestors were the first slaves to be freed and then bought a farm, and on those 23 acres with a couple of cows had to give supplies to Union troops. It has to be Union troops. And then proceeded to demand years later that the government reimburse them for said supplies. So, literally, if I'm taking this at face value, your ancestors, before slavery was even over, had their own land, were trying to make their way in the world. Yeah, keep telling me how it's systemic racism. We've been holding them back forever. They were doing this before most of them were even let out yet. These guys beta tested farming for the rest of them. I mean, I'd say the alpha was done in hand by all of them. Johnny, it's hot out. Where's Toby? Apparently he bought a farm, Johnny. 1.0. Apparently, he bought a farm.
And the thing of it is, I would even question, he said he was freeborn.
Well, for some answers, we have to go back more than 300 years.
Of course he was freeborn, you know, because he was... Again, if slavery is the big bad, oh my God, ooh boogaboo villain, and white people were so horrible, we did not let any of these blacks have their freedom. Apparently, this guy...
Tier 100 I have sweaty taint juice for sale.
That's what that deserves. That's a dumb thing to say. Everybody is freeborn. What happens afterward, that fuck you. So again, slavery in America was so horrible and so unforgivable because, you know, some people could get out of it. Look, I'm not saying it makes any of it okay. It absolutely doesn't. But it really is kind of cutting a different picture of this whole horrible racist slavery America where all black people were slaves. Like, don't you remember 12 Years a Slave? About how we better see that. He better go in and out. Union troops? It has to be. All right, we have a clip from Thorne. Let's check this out. Union troop? It has to be Union. Union troops? Union troop? It has to be Union. Union troops? Union that's not bad. That's not bad. I appreciate that. That's pretty good. I am still fucking behind. We gotta move along. So hurry up, homie. Let's cut to the meat of this and figure this out.
To my great grandmother, Mary. She arrived on a ship in
Hold on.
To my great great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother.
Can I go back just a split second, homie? I need you to go back just a little bit. All right. Does anyone know what the box under Bess is? Literally unknown. So you found a chain, but there's a link missing. How do you find the chain? How do you find who's related to unknown? Well, there's clearly someone in the middle here. We don't know who. Bess was a slut. Yeah, dude, Bessie got it. You just make that part up. I feel like a lot of this is made up. This weird, is it wrong for me to think this is made up? This seems a little too perfect on, oh, well, your ancestors were some of the very first slaves that were brought over and then freed and then allowed to operate and own their own business to the point where they had a farm to provide for themselves. I guess not a business. They had a farm to provide for themselves, and they were totally not effed with at all and even helped in the war, and they got their reparations from the government for everything. Again, it seems weird. SnoopDoggDNA.com.
Great-great-great-great-grandmother Mary. She arrived on a ship in Northumberland County, Virginia in 1712, before America was America.
Okay, so we've somehow DNA traced all the way back. How do you did they collect DNA samples when you came off the boat? Did they do that? Did, like, hair, blood, for later use in investigation and identification, just. How did they figure out she came off of this boat? She was reported as saying, I never signed up for this. English was a new language. She couldn't put all the words together, okay? Just be gentle. Boomer Bob, I can't trace my lineage past last week, but these oppressed a-hole. I will say, now I've got hiccups. Hiccups are not helpful. It's fate. It's God. It's karma. This is his grandmother 10 generations back. Even if they only live to be 30, that math is really bad. Why would that someone scare Johnny? Why? No. Mary, I would have married. Oh, Jesus. Look, dude, that was not her obvious name. They didn't take her name when they brought her on the boat. I'm pretty sure that she didn't pay for her passage. Pretty sure she didn't even sign up for the boat ride, if you know what I mean. I'm guessing the picture we're eventually going to paint, because remember, this is CNN and slavery is this big, horrible, boogeyman, and we've traced it back to the boat. So I'm pretty sure Mary was not her original name. But she was rolling on the river.
Her granddaughter, my 8 times great-grandmother, Bess, was with her. That's according to this centuries-old deposition that
So your super old great-grandma came here with her granddaughter, and we can prove that through a piece of paper? Then Elvis stole his great-great-great-granduncle's music.
Dr. Murphy's team uncovered. Why a deposition? We'll learn that a little later.
And Bess at the time was about 13 years old. Witnesses apparently said they looked like they were Indians.
Researchers believe that Mary and Bess were actually Matabani, like these people of that region of Virginia called the...
No. An eyewitness accounts state that clearly they had documents in their possession. So she was a stowaway. No. I have to see where this goes now. If what I think is about to happen happens, we're about to hear how they brought a slave over and the slave just went, "Nah, I'm one of those." And they just went, "Yeah, no, that's legit. That tracks." Jack and Cough, hey, you know how the black people wanting reparations, why have they not gone to their own ancestors in Africa? So since Africans did sell them, their own people, to others to be used as slaves. Yeah, why do the people who say slavery is unacceptable and it's not acceptable in any form, we have to fight it and all this stuff, why do they never go to the countries where it's still happening, like, prevalently? You know? I don't see a lot of these, systemic racism, and it's just as bad as slavery today. I'm like, all right, you want to fight slavery? Why don't you go to the Middle East, my friend? They got plenty of slavery over there. It ain't necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's a thing that's happening, but coming at us like we're dicks, because again, apparently this lady was able to talk her way out of being a slave, from what it sounds like. She just pulled the I'm a Native American card.
Northern neck.
We're not sure where they came from, but Thomas Smith of Richmond County did enslave one of Bess's children, and that was Sarah.
And it's Sarah, my 7 times great-grandmother, who changes the trajectory of her children and all her descendants who followed.
There was a law back in 1705 that declared that all children that are enslaved or free, their condition would be based on whatever their mother was.
Remember, Sarah and Bess arrived free people.
So Sarah has
So they came over on a boat. So this literally is a 12 years a slave situation. And, no, you're kidding me. Oh my God. And I love between Pride Month and Juneteenth, I'm not feeling valuable. Are you a cisgender white man? Then it's about time you understood your place. Okay, so your family was the your family line was the only one of free people that came here, had one completely unknown mystery relative, and then subsequently, again, how did we trace this? Again, it started with a DNA swab, and now we're going off of eyewitness accounts and depositions. Huh.
a lawsuit that's filed saying we're free.
This is the actual lawsuit filed by Sarah, suing for her freedom and for the freedom of her descendants.
I don't
and that
doubt,
deposition?
I don't doubt that Sarah was real. I just doubt that you're related to her. I would like to check some work here. How do we get from some? I hope it was saliva. Please don't tell you made him. We need a DNA sample. Got any music? You got any magazines you like? Fill this cup and not with urine.
It was from a witness who saw Mary and Bess arrive decades earlier.
So in 1791, the court agreed with Sarah and her children, the grandchildren, and all of those relatives who were descendants of Mary and Bess are going to be free.
That my ancestors filed and
emancipated themselves,
sued for their freedom. It is remarkable.
We're not done.
We're not done. We're not done.
They also performed magic tricks in front of the Queen. Again, are we proving any of this, or are we just saying these people really existed? Look, here's a piece of paper. It all happened, and you're totally related.
Okay, we're not done. Let me get a Kleenex, Doctor.
I told you to have a box there.
But not all of Sarah's family was free. Before the court's decision, Sarah's enslavers illegally sold her daughter, Rachel, and then Rachel was sold again. And for the next 20 years, unaware of the court's ruling, Rachel and her children remained in bondage. When she learned of the decision in 1807, more than a quarter century after her mother's groundbreaking lawsuit for freedom, Rachel filed this lawsuit against her enslaver, claiming that she was the daughter of a free woman, and therefore she and her children should also be free.
And guess what? The witnesses and things all came through, and they were awarded their freedom.
Okay. I'm sorry. CNN, do you not realize what this is? This is literally a fluff piece for like, hey, remember how slavery was so fucking horrible? Yeah, it kind of wasn't. In terms of, it wasn't completely without justice. There was no people were able, granted, a very small percentage, but people were able to get out of it. And if they weren't wrong, like, again, this whole, and so today I'm supposed to feel bad because that happened back then, and I'm supposed to give up money to pay people today for, or as Trucker 18-Wheeler says, why do we care anymore? Again, I wanted to see what the shocking part is. What they found shocked him. Apparently, what they found was he didn't suffer the horrible injustices of slavery that everyone says that all the slaves suffered. He suffered some of it in his family lineage, by the way, by a grandma that's linked by unknown people. Again, when there's unknown links in the chain, I have questions. So your family got freed, and then when they fought, or when they gave supplies in the Civil War, they got reimbursed. Yeah, America's been so horribly racist, even from the beginning. We didn't give them a fair shake no matter what. It sounds like that, no offense, not that it's, like I said, not that it's a large trend for everyone. It sounds like your family's gotten a pretty fair shake most of the time when it comes to like the government and stuff. You went to the courts. That's the part that weirds me out. Is anyone else surprised that a slave was allowed to file a lawsuit? That is not the picture of history that I keep getting taught by the BLM movements and the posts. Slaves were allowed to file lawsuits and occasionally won some? Weird. I thought that the courts and the laws were all systemically racist. So slave owners kept detailed birth records and biographical info on their slaves. Sure. Okay. Boomer Bob, you're looking at this the wrong way. Like I said, you're looking at this like, sure, okay, sure, they did that. No, apparently they did. So, again, this whole idea that when you were a slave, you were a vaguely nameless person, and your freedom was never something you could accomplish. Again, it's not like Rosa Parks didn't sit on that bus so you could just sit here and call bullshit on bullshit. I'm not even calling bullshit. I'm just saying that according to what we're seeing here, and I'm not saying it's a trend by any means, but there are apparently instances of slaves we have 2 instances of slaves filing lawsuits, winning them, and earning their freedom. Why is that not taught alongside, oh, and by the way, this was a horrible thing that we shouldn't have done, and there was a civil war fought over it? Just whining. Praise God, Barebone. Who's whining? Me? I'm just talking about this video piece, because again, it was supposed to paint a picture, and it's not. The guy's family was free. Some of them got enslaved for a while. They earned their freedom through the legal system. And then they went on to be this. If you exclude the unknown people, a couple people we don't know. Just saying. Anyways, let's get to something else. Catching up with Meghan Markle. CNN equals Cracker News Network. Oh my God, CNN is the Cracker News Network. Oh no. Well, that's weird then, because the Cracker News Network is the one that aired that thing. Anyways, now on to our other thing here. I'm white. I live in Minnesota, not a slave state. My ancestors came over after blacks were freed. I don't want to pay for you because... Oh, trucker 18-wheeler. Come on now. Poor people get food stamps, okay? There are poor people of every persuasion that get food stamps. We can't sit there and say that. That's not... It's not like, oh, hey, you're a person of color. Here's your EBT card. No. Plenty of immigrants that come over here get food stamps. Poor people, the white trash that grew up super poor like me, grew up on food stamps. Yeah, food stamps are just a poor people thing. Don't whittle that down to one group of people. All right. Anyways, the point I tried to make earlier, why do these people want reparations? Why don't they go to the one, because those African countries will laugh in your face. If we tried to, it's weird. We can trace you back to the boat you arrived on in America, but if we try to go where that boat came from or when or how you got on it, somehow the trail immediately ends at the shoreline. So, yeah, not to mention it would be very hard. I'm already having trouble at how much paper evidence and stuff they found on this in general. But again, the thing that I think the lesson we get taught here, they filed with the court and said, hey, we shouldn't be here. And then the court ruled in their favor. It just doesn't paint the same picture that I've heard in the history classes. And I'm not saying that they happen at equal values. I'm saying they should have just, and this was a thing too. I wonder how many times that happened. Can we look into that at all? Whatever. Moving along. Catching up with someone else who, again, just wants to be paid what they're worth and never uses their ethnicity as some sort of shield to protect them from criticism or harm. Meghan Markle. So more info's come out with the Meghan Markle Spotify break. If you haven't been keeping up, because God bless. Archwell, the podcast company owned by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, did not have their contract renewed with Spotify. Bill Simmons, who is a senior Spotify podcast executive and has his own show, referred to them as fucking grifters. Meghan Markle's podcast produced just 12 episodes in a $20 million contract. The Wall Street Journal suggests that she may not earn the full amount after not meeting productivity clauses. Yeah, we covered that. Pod News has heard from multiple sources that some of the interviews on the show were done by staffers with her questions edited in afterwards. So apparently, very weird to feel personally attacked by a holiday celebrating the end of slavery. How do you feel personally attacked? I don't feel. Are you a person of color? I don't feel personally attacked by Juneteenth. Juneteenth was a holiday for people, aside from, in general. It became this weird virtue signal thing. Anyways. Thank you for the 20 bits. But yes, I just, And I agree, too. It seems disingenuous to kind of draw the line where it does. It's amazing that justice and persecution and family tracing and history and all that, it ends at the shoreline, apparently. It only matters what happened here. Anyways, Meghan Markle's podcast, 12 episodes. Multiple sources where the questions were filled in afterwards. So, yeah, there's evidence now suggesting that she kind of didn't even do her own podcast. So what you're saying is the guy from CNN owes the family reparations because his great-great-great-grandmother lied in court and unjustly freed herself. No, Fallen the Great. What I'm saying is that man doesn't deserve any reparations because apparently his family, again, they did suffer at the time, but they sued, won, and were freed. They managed to keep themselves from getting abducted and brought back into slavery and just had their lives. We just sold them to you. What? I don't even know where we're going now. I don't know what we're talking about with that. I'm saying, I don't know. Hey, we have a sound drop for that. But yeah. I'm saying his family was unjustly, apparently they arrived free. According to the internet, they were unjustly brought into slavery. They earned their freedom in multiple cases, and then things went relatively well. So I would say in that situation, and I guarantee you if he had the option to get like a paycheck and he could just qualify for it anyway, like boom. There you go. Hey, Johnny, do you have a PayPal or something like that? Like it to donate to your show? I do. I have 3 options. Thank you for bringing that up. I'll get those now. If you don't like doing the bits, the subs, the sound drops, and because I worry I'm eventually going to get myself too saucy for Twitch, and I have to have plans. That's why we're trying to grow the YouTube channel. Here is the PayPal, the Venmo, and the Twitch, or the Streamlabs, I should say. Any of those will work, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I think you're saying we shouldn't bring slavery back. I think you are saying we should bring slavery back, being they obviously can't handle their freedom. What? No. Good God. How the hell do you get that, 5W40 Motor Oil? Talk about reading your own message into the book. No. I'm saying the message that we typically paint of slavery is missing a lot of little points. It was still horrible. It was still wrong, but there was a lot more justice to it in certain ways than I think than we're willing to admit. People were able to apparently, and I don't care what percentage it was. Apparently, we can't talk about percentages in certain situations, so I don't want to have that discussion now. Let's just talk about the true fact of the matter. People were able to get out of it if it was unjust in some situations. Anyways, and Meghan Markle, let's not forget the other thing that we were talking about. Meghan Markle, also a giant cunt. So, I'm not. Yep, it dropped right like it did before. It's this thing sitting here this way. It's totally the cable being loose in the damn joint. Well, plus side is the other microphone works totally fine, and I've never turned on fucking processing on here, so we'll do that and we'll be great. Just like your thoughts about revoking women's rights being they can't handle the responsibility. Again, we're going back to the saying I again immediately said to you, I said nothing about not being able to handle the responsibility of freedom. So I don't even know where you picked that up. And then the women's rights, revoking them because they can't handle the responsibility. That was on Aaron's show, and I still half agree with that. There were things I said that were a little more playing in, and I don't know. I'm still on the fence on that one. I feel like women, certain responsibilities, Yo, Johnny, what up, playa? Hey, Fork Main Thicky? I don't know how to read that right. I'm good. Out of my ass. It makes sense. K Fallen saying, I agree, women are stupid. I mean, people are stupid. Women are just a little bit more. You was right. Yes. I love the endorsement of people who spell interestingly. All right, so we've got those up. We linked the PayPal, the Venmo, and all of that. So if you want to do those are options. Thank you for subscribing 10 minutes ago, Tim. Very much appreciate that. Again, picking up the old YouTube channel to get that monetized. Very much appreciate it. Let's get our second hour stories up. I got to drop the audio down. We've gone quite a ways, actually. We've gone 2 hours off of 1 hour stuff. So I have a lot to get to. I'm going to have to probably start picking and choosing again. Fuck. Some of these might have to change. Well, I suppose we could just get through these and see where we land. Okay, so some of the stuff we're covering in this hour is, again, the world's largest kidney stone. That is a scary thing, but we're going to talk about it. Let's bring the audio back up. Nobody's playing. Great. So, yes, the world's largest kidney stone. We're going to be talking about a middle schooler's, what is this? Middle schoolers' reading and math scores. Boston, a woman allegedly kind of got in. There's a lot of school stuff in this. I think the second hour stories would be best described as, hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. I mean, I guess. Oh, my God, that is horrible. I know what we're doing after this. Fuck. I don't want to rewire that. Or rewind. Oh. Problems. Alrighty. Forkman, did your parents have any children that lived? Hit that like, too. Yeah, hit the like button. Why you gotta be mean like that? Now this is just getting personal and hateful. We don't need that. We're here to do a fun show for the next hour and a half. Alrighty, so let's get over to the first story again. Sri Lankan doctors have removed a 5.26 inch, 1.76 pound kidney stone from a patient. No video or other pictures. So we'll read this and then we'll show you what we're talking about. If you've ever suffered a kidney stone, you've never suffered one this bad. Surgeons at a hospital in Sri Lanka said a patient underwent surgery to remove a massive kidney stone that measured 5.26 inches long and weighed 1.76 pounds. Doctor, I'm not going to read his name and butcher it. So the doctor at the urological team at the Army Hospital in Colombo performed the surgery on Canistus, another name I can't really read, who's 62, to remove the colossal stone from his right kidney. The stone measured, we went over that, breaking the Guinness World Record. Oh, hey, at least he's going to break a world record. for the largest kidney stone ever reported. The last one was 5.11 inches long and was removed from a patient in India in 2004. The kidney stone was also certified as the heaviest on record. Oh, great. Great. It is certified as the heaviest. Hey, guys, you want some nightmare fuel? Because guess what I have for you?
Cheer 100. Are they sure it wasn't a dildo?
I don't know, man. How many dildos you seen that look like that? That doesn't look much like a dildo. That looks more like a turnip or an onion. Oh. 5W40 I think that's the size of a decent poop. I can't zoom in any more than that. That's as far as we can go. He's got big stones. He had one big stone. A Hershey's Kiss. Don't ruin Hershey. No, don't ruin that for me. I can't associate these now. I see 5 dildos in that picture. I'm gonna guess what you're saying the dildos are. Another bad dragon was born. Yeah, let's see. Let's see a lady on Pornhub straddle this. Oh my God. What the was it made out of? Do you get it like put in a glass case or something? They could claim that thing under tax. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure he had a dependent for a couple of years. He isn't only the record holder, he is the record. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Dude, I people always say when you have kidney stones, it's like having a baby, you know, in terms of pain for a man. That's literally like having a baby. That thing's bigger than my baby's head was when it came out. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ. That surgeon looks so proud. Yeah, the surgeon looks like a proud dad. Like, hey, check out my baby boy. Look what we did here. I did a good job. Yeah. She spent 9 months cooking this thing. I just had to go, ooh, and then I waited. Oh, look at me. I'm so proud. And meanwhile, she's on the bed. I can't take life anymore. And then, yeah, no, dude. Well, I mean, he did perform the surgery and not kill the guy. Bailey J could Oh, don't bring Bailey J into it. I don't want to hear anything to do with Bailey J. That doesn't need to be on this. Why do you want that to be a thing? All right. What is our next story here? The kidney stone certified the heaviest. Sarathashan said the team determined Cogni's kidney is still performing its normal functions, and he is now recovering well from the operation. I should hope so. Actually, I am surprised. I am surprised your kidney did not fucking tap out on that. Just like, no, dude. Now, this is a person's head in here, okay? I had a kidney stone that was a fucking pebble in my shoe, and it drove me goddamn nuts. I would never... Oh, that thing was the size of somebody's head. Oh, all right. What is the middle? Oh, hey, cool. Our next story. Middle schoolers, kidney stones. Haha, it's a kidney stone. Get it? A kidney stone. Because it... Oh. I got to step off for that one. That one's bad. Here, we'll give it this screen while we read. Oh. Kidney stone. You know what the worst part is? I'm pretty sure someone's going to say that to me when I go to the urologist, because I don't mean to brag, but guess who has to go see the urologist? Not for kidney stones, thank God. But needless to say, when I do go see the urologist, I'm just going to walk in. Oh, at least I don't have kidney stone. Oh, Jesus. Kidney stone is his rap/rock name. Well, they say figuring out your name is half the battle. Wondering if there is a camel, a caramel in the middle. Oh, of the giant stone. They didn't tell us what was left in it. Like, even we go back, because again, that looks like an onion to me. It looks like an onion, but we have no idea what was in it. No idea at all. My wife's OBGYN requested I come in on her next visit. She has questions. Life's like a box of stones. They make you scream like a bitch when they come out. Dude, you realize they had to go to the... How long was that there? How long did you have a fucking kidney stone in your body? The thing was, again, go back to this. That's the size of a small child's head. And it's not like it's a flat thing. He's cupping it. There's more to the bottom there. That's a large lump of calcium. Dude, that's officially the biggest bone in your body. Oh my God. Alrighty. So, moving on. Hey, that looks like the gourd I'm growing. Yeah, dude, it looks like a jicama to me. It looks like an uncleaned jicama. Like you're supposed to clean it off, chop it up, and then make food out of it. Which, by the way, jicama. Ugh, not a fan of jicama. I don't care for jicama. Anyways. It's huge. It is fucking huge. Okay, so back to these middle schoolers' reading and math scores. If you want something that'll hurt more than that guy's kidney stone, then wait till you hear what we do to your hope for the future. Alrighty, so math scores. Something that people keep an eye on. I've got a kid entering. Scare Johnny again. He has hiccups. No, I don't have hiccups. The hiccups are gone. I was talking about jicama, not hiccups. Jicama. Hiccups are gone. Dick. I should quit gulping the water. I'm going to have to run to the bathroom if I'm not careful. Alrighty. Middle schoolers, reading and math scores plummet. American students' test scores in math and reading got significantly worse last year, continuing a decade-long freefall. So at least it's not from everything we did with the COVID. Turns out their math and reading scores were already totally fucked. The decline in math scores last year was the biggest in the past 50 years, according to newly released federal data. The findings come as a test known as the National Report Card, a continuous national assessment of 13-year-old students. The results were distributed by the National Center for Education Statistics, a branch of the Education Department. Math and reading scores have been declining since 2012. Oh, God. And average scores are now lower than they were before the pandemic. The average math score for 13-year-olds declined 9 points between 2019 and 2020 and 2022 to 2023 school years. The average reading score declined 4 points, about 8,000 700 students took the assessments at about 460 schools across the country. The lowest performing students scored at levels last recorded in the 1970s when the assessment began. So when we first started keeping the information and we're like, hey, we should improve this, scores are racist. Scores aren't racist. These are across the board. Even the white kids are failing. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, doesn't our president teach us that the poor kids are just as smart and just as good as the white kids? Oh, Jesus. Scores declined among all racial and ethnic groups. See? Scores declined among all racial and ethnic groups. And among both male and female. Yep. It's definitely this thing. All right. And among both male and female students across urban, suburban, and rural areas. Enrollment in algebra dropped from 34% of 13-year-olds to 24%. Enrollment in algebra dropped from 34% to 20%, so 10% enrollment. Fewer students said they frequently read for fun, which is associated with higher achievement. What they are saying is the post-pandemic recovery should be addressed holistically, including students' mental health, basic skills, and teacher absenteeism. I don't even know what that's about. Again, the scary part is, guys, we're fucking it up even worse. How did the trans kids do? Well, we didn't put them into a metric, but I would say they probably scored worse overall because they were so stressed out. Oh, fucking A. So again, if you have a child, now would be the time. Now would definitely be the time to homeschool. At least they know genders and pronouns. Do they know genders and pronouns? Does my mic just seem to click out a little bit because this stupid piece of shit? I bought a brand new microphone. I need it, so there's no point in sending it back. But I will definitely do that that thing with the turn on the processing. There we go. Anyways, they couldn't even. Well, yeah, they couldn't do the test. They were too busy trying to get access to the right restroom because apparently they can't just sit down to shit and pee. Don't need good test scores to be a streamer on Twitch. God, right, you know? If test scores were a bar of entry from being a streamer on Twitch, I'd be in trouble. I mean, do I have a high school diploma? Absolutely. But do I also have a thick file of papers proving I'm mentally retarded? Yes, I do. Got all my ducks in a row. Boomer Bob said I'd be sweeping the floors of a streamer for a living. I mean, you know, if I need someone to do the vacuum work. Speaking of someone to do some vacuum work, Ebony Bridges. Holy Jesus. That lady is fucking hot. And I didn't know. She's also a fighter and stuff. I found out about that lady. And my life got really, really cool for a minute. And then I found out she's happily married with 3 kids. And I was like, well, good for her. Alrighty. Okay, so a Boston woman allegedly posed as a teen and duped multiple high schools in a sophisticated fraud. Now, you might be saying, Johnny, didn't you talk about this story with Aaron the other day? No, because this is a different one. The school superintendent said she is deeply troubled at the breach of the trust by the accused woman. A Boston woman is accused of fraudulent paperwork to pose as a teenager so that she could enroll in several Boston high schools. I am deeply troubled that an adult woman would breach the trust of our school communities by posing as a student, Boston Public High Schools District Superintendent Mary Skipper said in a statement. According to Mass Live Report Tuesday, this appears to be a case of extremely sophisticated fraud. Shout out to Aaron Imholt, one of real internet G's. Okay, cool. Got that one handled. Alrighty. Fucking knock it off. Alrighty, so yeah, anyways, moving on. I'm deeply troubled that an adult would breach the trust of our communities. In a statement, the statement comes from the Boston police investigating claims by the Boston school officials that a woman who has yet to be identified. Why? She didn't ever take a school ID photo? We can't get a look at her? Why hasn't she been identified? Used an extremely sophisticated fraud scheme to pose as a student and enroll in multiple Boston public schools during the 2022-23 school year. With the fraudulent paperwork, the woman reportedly used the transfer process to enroll at Jeremiah E. Burke High School, Brighton High School, and English High School, where it's a second language for everyone in attendance. I failed. I can't play it now. Now it's not fair. However, the scheme began to unravel at English High School, where officials became suspicious of the woman during a review of her paperwork. School officials were tipped off to the potential discrepancies after the student's supposed parent informed the school that they would be withdrawing their daughter from the school over concerns of bullying and instead enrolling the student at St. Columbine High School. The parents' decision raised alarm among officials at English High School because the student had only been enrolled at the school for a week, and staff had not yet had time to address the reported bullying. Fearing potential custodial issues with the parent prompted the review of the paperwork, leading to an administrator noticing one of the student's Department of Children and Families forms was incorrect. When the officials contacted the DCF to speak with the social worker who filled out the form, they were told that person did not work at the agency. School officials decided to contact authorities regarding the irregularities and prompted an investigation by the Boston Police Department. The Boston Police Department has told us that the woman has been ordered to stay away from the city's public school properties as the investigation unfolds, though it is not clear if any charges were being considered in the case. While the investigation is in its early stages and remains ongoing, school officials have not identified any incidents of harm to students or staff. At this time, families of students who may have interacted with this individual are being contacted directly by school staff and investigators. Why is she not being charged? Reboot of Back to School. Did she get money for enrolling? I feel like she did. If she didn't get money for enrolling, what was she doing? This whole, we're not going to charge her with anything? Why? Why can't we ID her? Why can't we charge her? There's no charge for enrolling in high school. Fraudulent. It's a sophisticated fraud. She was admitting known false documents for the Department of Child Services. That's faking a government document. Why have we? Why? I mean, I know why. In my opinion, I know why. But why don't we have a picture of this chick? Why can't we talk? Why is there no description? Is because it might look bad for somebody? It's the weakest fraud. It's still fraud. Again, it's weird that we don't get to see this lady's face. We don't get a name yet to be identified. It's like, what do you mean yet to be identified? Give us the school ID and the false name she went under. We'll take it from there. You can identify her. I don't think she deserves any sort of anonymity. She was lying to get into schools. I treat this messing with the kids
From
thing
company
serious.
events to parties with
On
friends
both
to charity
sides.
fundraising.
On both sides. Anyways, moving on. Last name Biden. Oh, no. Now we find out. Oh, now we find out. It's a work. It was a goddamn Biden. It's all to distract from the crazy shit going on over there. This thing does not. Oh. All right. So here we go. Do I want to talk about this? Where are we looking at for time? 4:14. So we got about an hour and 15 minutes left. We have our third hour stories. We got time. We got time, so we'll do it. So there's a mailer going out to people who are supporting Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, if you haven't heard, running for president. Spoiler alert. A new mailer from the Never Back Down, a super PAC backing Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis, is going out this week to hundreds of thousands of households in Iowa and South Carolina in an effort to debunk what they are describing as a book ban hoax. The mailer comes with a disclaimer that reads, "Warning, the contents of this mailer include sexually graphic materials that Ron DeSantis removed from schools. It includes censored excerpts from the book Gender Queer, a Memoir by Maya Kobaba. Which the governor's office has previously described as explicit pornographic material. The censored version of an actual book that Governor DeSantis helped parents remove from Florida. The uncensored version is much more graphic," the mailer states. You want to see what they put in this mailer? So this is the thing they're sending out. I mean, it is obviously a push for being super like, oh my God, we got to help the world. It's on fire and we got to stop it, like kind of level. But unfortunately, oh, wow. I was going to try and middle of the field it, you know? Hey, we got... But there's literally... It's right over my shoulder, too. It looks like you're wanking off to me. This is... Sometimes Idaho successfully had the Bible banned from a school. Yeah, dude. Sometime in Idaho. Again, banning books from a school is not something that I regard as the same as banning books. Because banning books means that nobody can access them. But if you can still get the book and provide it to your kid because you believe your kid should read it, the book isn't banned. But I'm sorry. There are I've got one here. I can't even see what that is. There's several pictures that are blurred out that are talking about sex acts and stuff. I've talked about this story about this book before, and I've heard about some of the excerpts, and I've heard there's explicit pictures. But now that I even see them, one, they're not drawn very well. Two, I like my animated porn to be titillating, goddammit. Kids shouldn't be reading or seeing that. I'm sorry, kids shouldn't be reading or seeing that. So they're sending that out. So yes, the censored version of an actual book that Governor DeSantis helped parents remove from Florida schools. The uncensored version is much more graphic. Does the mailer point out that the uncensored version is still available? Only DeSantis is battling and winning against woke corporate. Oh, bullshit. So yeah, so it's a lot of ego stroke and fluff and the rest of that. But dude, come on, man. I mean, even if you want to argue that this is a lifestyle and not like a sexual preference thing, that book is, again, not something that should be in a school. Should not have that in a school. Two former, I guess we're kind of moving fast through these. It's not tucked away on a shelf. Ignat's saying if you can't show it on the news, there might be a problem. Well, not only can you not show most of that book on the news, I feel like oh God, this thing is just what are we gonna do? Which way will we go, George? Which way will we go? But yeah, it's quit playing with your mic, Johnny. Yeah, I can't. This thing is loose, and so this wobbles. That doesn't help because this cable is a piece of shit. Alrighty, so I will quit playing with it, and we will fucking deal with stuff after. Former Ocean Gate employees voiced safety concerns years ago about the hull of the now missing vessel. So the clock, the ticker, whatever on the life of the ocean vessel thing that's missing for the Titanic is damn near gone. Like they're almost out of time. The time is now, or never, and or don't. Former Ocean Gate employees separately voiced similar safety concerns about the thickness of the now missing Titan submersible's hull when they were employed by the company years ago. In a statement from a research lab, appears to show conflicting information about the engineering and testing that went into the development of the vessel. David Lockridge, the company's former director of marine operations, claimed in a court filing he was wrongfully terminated in 2018 for raising concerns about the safety and testing of the Titan, which vanished Sunday with 5 people on board during a trip to view the wreckage of the Titanic. Details about Lockridge and other former employees' concerns come as officials scour a swath of the ocean about 900 miles east, racing to locate the submersible vessel and rescue the crew inside. If the vessel is intact, they have a dwindling supply of oxygen, with perhaps less than a day of breathable air as of early Wednesday, based on the U.S. Coast Guard official estimate. Lockridge worked as an independent contractor on the Ocean Gate in 2015, or for Ocean Gate, not on the Ocean Gate. Then as an employee between 2016 and 2018, according to court filings. The company terminated his employment and sued Lockridge and his wife in 2018, claiming he shared confidential information, misappropriated trade secrets, and used the company for immigration assistance. He just used it to bring over his border hopping wife. Then manufactured a reason to be fired. The lawsuit noted Lockridge is not an engineer, calling him a submersible pilot and a diver. Lockridge said in a countersuit he was tasked by Stockton Rush, OceanGate's CEO, who is among the 5 on board the Titan, to perform an inspection of the submersible. Lockridge brought up concerns that no non-destructive testing had been performed on the Titan's hull to check for delaminations, porosity, and voids of sufficient adhesion of the glue being used due to the thickness of the hull. The suit says when Lockridge raised issues, he was told no equipment existed to perform such tests. The lawsuit was settled and dismissed in November of 2018. The terms of the settlement were not disclosed, and Lockridge could not be reached for comment. That sounds like an NDA. Court filings from the company indicate there was additional testing after Lockridge's time at OceanGate, and it's unclear whether any of his concerns were addressed as the vessel was developed. Another former OceanGate employee who worked briefly for the company during the same time period as Lockridge had similar concerns, speaking to CNN on the condition of anonymity because he is not authorized to speak publicly. Again, NDA. Former employee became concerned when the carbon fiber hull of the Titan arrived. He said, echoing Lockridge's concerns about its thickness and adhesion in his conversation with CNN. The hull had only been built to 5 inches thick, he said, telling CNN company engineers told him they had expected it to be 7 inches thick. The former employee worked at the submersible company for 2.5 months in 2017. He was an operations technician who assisted with towing submersibles out of the ocean and preparing them for the dive operation. He said more concerns were raised by contractors and employees during his time at OceanGate. Rush became defensive and shied away from answering questions during all staff meetings. When the former employee raised concerns directly to Rush that the OceanGate could be potentially violating U.S. law relating to Coast Guard inspections, the CEO outright dismissed him. The former employee said that is when he resigned. Not looking good for you there. Billionaire vision of fuck around. Oh, billionaire version of fuck around, find out. Yeah. Those stupid. Why do they come up with those stupid safety rules anyway? Why should the Coast Guard have to stress test the boat, right? It goes down, it comes up. We're playing this thing with a $30 game controller. We've taken all the precautions. A $30 game controller. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand. It's really not that big a deal. But you got 3 or 4 wireless controllers so you can steer the boat from wherever. None of you thought even a little bit to maybe have, I don't know, some other backup plans available. Emergency air supply. Oh, shit. Why am I yawning? Oh, shit, it's 4:20 and I missed it by like 6 minutes. Again, thank you for joining our show. Really appreciate all of you being part of this lovely program, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Rumble. And remember, on Rumble, we do have the chat up right over there. Okay, so the safety concerns about the missing boat. It's not going to look at... Hey, look at this. You probably got a healthy lawsuit coming your way if you survive. All right. Fuck, I wish I'd died. Like, I hope they can... I hope they make it back just so that guy can just hate the fact that he survives. You know what I mean? Because I feel like rich people will sue the shit out of other rich people at the drop of a hat. And unlike poor people, those threats have weight because they can pay someone to see it through. All right. Speaking of people who may want to sue, an Arizona inmate was just released from death row after nearly 30 years in prison. Barry Jones is making up for almost 3 decades of lost time by reconnecting with family and friends after spending 29 years on death row. Jones, 64, was released from an Arizona prison last week, just in time to celebrate Father's Day with his now adult children. It is an incredible feeling to be back in the arms of my family after 29 years, Jones said in a statement after his release. I am so grateful to my defense team who never gave up on exposing the truth in my case, and to my family who stood by me throughout this terrible ordeal. I mean, 30 years. Death row for 30. Jones is a free man after the state attorney general's office of Pima County agreed his first-degree murder conviction should be vacated. He was offered a plea agreement on a second-degree murder charge, which he accepted. The county's attorney's office said in a statement. Did he do it or not? This weird first, second-degree thing. The charge came with a 25-year sentence, and since Jones was given credit for the 29 years he had already served, he was released, the statement said. Jones was convicted in 1995 of first-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend's 4-year-old daughter. The little girl died in 1994 in Pima County. Jones' paralegal, Jennifer Schneider, told CNN he was sentenced to death in July of 1995, but the evidence that would have shown that the child didn't sustain the internal injuries that caused her death while under Jones's care wasn't discovered by his trial attorney or his post-conviction attorney, according to the Death Penalty Information Center. So he didn't, but he's still second-degree murder, so he's still involved. Four-year-old girl died. If you had, well, maybe he agreed to anything. I suppose. Would you rather be on death row, or would you rather, like, yeah, fine, second-degree murder. I get to go out? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Second-degree murder. I've been here and I served all the time already? So fuck it. Yeah, we're good. This was them avoiding paying out. Because if they fought it and he got proven innocent, right, he'd be able to make them pay for all the time he served. He'd be entitled to financial compensation. But if they just go, no, he was guilty. So the most he can get out of it now, because he served 29 years, they can book him for the 25. He can at most go, hey, how about 4 years? 4 years, a little something for the 4 years. That's about all. And I don't know. I don't know that he'll do that. But the evidence that, we already did. A reexamination of medical evidence in the case does not support a proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Barry Lee Jones caused those injuries, the Pima County Attorney's Office said in a statement last week. Evidence given at the trial did prove that Jones didn't take the child to the hospital the night before she died, despite seeing that she was sick from her injuries. Okay, so now you're still culpable. His responsibility and the extent of the responsibility was that he should have recognized she needed care and taken to the hospital, which is a far cry from where we were. Which was that he caused the injuries, that he spent the day abusing her. Okay, so yeah, that is very, very different. He didn't abuse her and beat the shit out of her, but you still had a kid that had the crap kicked out of him. You didn't take him to the hospital. I don't know. Oh, they set up a GoFundMe campaign to help him get on his feet as he reenters society. Watch me continue to say, fuck off, dude. I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy. I need a GoFundMe to help me reenter society. You know what? Your gift is your time is served. How about that? You're still, in my opinion, way too culpable in the death of a 4-year-old girl. How much of a handout do you need? I suppose, hey, how about you get those 4 years? How about you get those 4 years paid for? There's your getting yourself on your feet starter fund. A GoFundMe. I'm not contributing to that. I'm sorry. You literally, nope. All right. Holy shit, did I not grab everything that I was supposed to? Maybe I didn't. I'm a horrible fuck. All right, so we've got a couple of stories and things to go to for our third hour here. Let me pull this thing down. And, yeah, we do have an hour left. Let's pull that up. Did we just do that story? Yeah, we did. So that one shouldn't be there. Uh-oh. Okay. And pause. There we go.
The University of Kentucky, where I was a member of the UK's women's
We're getting to what? No. All right, back to there. Yeah, we did this one already. That's right. Oh, Jesus. I am in trouble. Ha! Why? The audio wasn't all the way back up. Meh. I'm sorry. 15,000 channel points are hard to get. Why is that just so... Oh. Not happy about the mic thing. The mic thing is starting to get to me, and apparently I might have underbooked the show. So now I got to be worried about that. Oh, God, yeah, we've got that article. We're going to be talking about a creepy beach creature. There's a recent study that came out about support for the LGBTQ community, and apparently it has declined. The support has declined just a little bit. Don't know why. But and we'll get to that. Oh, fuck. The mic thing is freaking me out, man. I'm literally afraid to touch it now, which is weird because I'm used to playing with it to move it around. And I am not looking forward to the epic dick punch that pulling this apart will be. Oh. But hey, at least things are going great for the economy. I should stop doing that. That's getting old for me now. We're gonna have to move on. It was good to get the laugh track off of there, but now I'm just hitting that button all the time. Marriage is what is killing the gays. They just don't fit in the club. I mean, you're not advocating, so I understand what you're saying. Is I wouldn't say marriage is what's killing the. Again, the support for the homosexual community, I don't think has anything to do with marriage. I think it has everything to do with kind of, the very vocal community that has been advocating for themselves to a almost destructive extent, I feel like that's
Cheer
where
100. Just think of it as a dick. You'll never touch it.
I mean, I have my own dick, and it's not that it's that it doesn't always, and I got to get comfortable. Okay. I'm just, yep. I tried so many times, and I thought it was this thing. And maybe both of them are a problem with the other one. I don't know. Fuck. It's going to piss me off so much. And oh, man. Damn it. I mean, I did want a second microphone, and I
Cheer 100. Fine. My dick.
Now you knew. What's up, Johnny? We lost you. No audio. What? No audio. It's listed as coming out here on here. I bet you're fucking with me, but I'm going to check anyway because I'm paranoid. Out here on here. Yep, you're fucking with me. Yup, I got had. Oh. You'll go blind if you keep playing with it. I mean, I won't go blind, but I might go mute, I guess, technically, if the cable gives out altogether. I don't know why there's like a dead spot in it or whatever. But
It doesn't work for me.
What doesn't?
I gotta have more cowbell.
Baberishif's following the channel. Thank you for following the channel. Atomic Citizen, I don't support that sentiment at all. I think, honestly, the gay people aren't the problem. I think, honestly, the LGBTQ movement has gotten dragged down by one very vocal part of that movement, and that's where I think it really comes from. Hey, he said it almost right. Hey, Baberishif? It's almost like I'm a tard. Anyways, getting back to what we were talking about. Crazy things happening in the world, including this video. Bears are getting very resourceful when it comes to food, apparently. Because workers for a glass company captured a video where a bear wandered up to their New Hampshire worksite, climbed into a truck, and feasted on the workers' lunch. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Let's cue this up for you. I mean, and who are those people if not... No. Atomic Citizen. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't the L. It wasn't the G. It wasn't the B's. I don't really think it was the Q's.
Finally tonight, the good news. A New Hampshire glass company had a new employee, at least for a moment. Take a look at this. A black bear hopped into a work truck at a work site in Sunapee and started eating a worker's lunch. At first, American Plate Glass welcomed the new employee, but eventually a worker had to climb onto the roof of the truck to avert the bear's attention from the food. A short time later, one of the workers spotted the bear outside the truck, having a rest after lunch. The worker said no one felt like they were in any danger.
What was the food, though? What drew the bear? Atomic Citizen. The eyes? No. In the LGBTQ community, it wasn't the L. It wasn't. If you can't smell what I'm selling, I can't help you. If I knock over shit, I'll make a mess of everything. And now I'll bang my head on here. See, this is why I want to move it. You don't support it. I don't support what? Why am I hearing stuff on the internet about zombies? I have no idea. Hold on. They are not. I don't. Look, I can't help you any further. I've explained it. I've explained the joke as much as I want to. At a certain point, it's no longer my obligation, okay? So, yes, the video was posted to Facebook. I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I turn, and it was a
100
bear.
Johnny, have you ever noticed that black bears are only 13% of the population but
13% of the bear population. I did not know that. That is a weird fact to have on hand. Okay. Weird fact. Thank you. Alrighty, so let's see, move out of the corner of my eye. Melinda Scott Fiddler's mother-in-law watched the scene play out on FaceTime. Such a good human interest story and such a good encounter with a bear. A good encounter with a bear instead of bear destruction. Oh. Oh, no. Now I wish the bear had eaten you instead of your lunch. There's not a single scratch on the box truck. He did no damage. He just had lunch and took a nap. Yeah, but did he shit in the cab? If a bear eats your lunch in the truck, does he shit in the seat? No idea. Anyways, Chevrolet JB, I hope it was a picnic basket. I mean, that would at least be in keeping with with stereotypes. But then what do you want? Do you want bear bear relations to advance in human society, or you want to keep living due to stereotypes? Bear scat in the seat. Was there a 9mm too? How is bear scat and a 9mm? How do those link? How do you pair up bear scat and a 9mm? I'm just out of curiosity. I'd like to know. We're gonna in Russia, this bear stuff is normal. Black bear. What, you implying that because the bear crapped in there and it's a black bear? That's weird. Just more bear reparations. Well, I mean, we did owe him a sandwich. What were we gonna do? He was a hungry bear, man. Couldn't just leave him in the woods. Oh, Jesus. You're lucky you didn't get shot, homie. Just saying. Other bears have fucked around and found out. If I take 1 hour to cook a batch of cookies and the Cookie Monster has 15 ovens working 24 hours a day for... What are you saying, Fanatical Bucks fan? This is... Or wait. Oh, God. It's the same color as Fanatical Bucks fan thing on my thing, and so... Oops. That was not Fanatical Bucks fan. That is MAGA Trump Save America 2024. Ignat's going, yeah, there's a question for AI. Jesus. I was never good at math. I was always more of a science guy. All right. Anyways, so moving on before we completely get shut down for that one. Riley Gaines dismisses Leah Thomas' feminist remarks as a male mansplaining what it is to be a feminist. Oh, man. I really, really love this. Thomas said in April advocates were using the guise of feminism to push transphobic beliefs. So, Leah Thomas, who I'm just going to say it, Leah Thomas, who is a dude pretending to be a chick. Because as far as I'm on an official new fence for me, like a new whatever. If you haven't had the bottom surgery, you are not trans. You are just a dude pretending to be a chick, unless you're working towards getting that surgery. But if you have not committed to lopping off the bits, because every single chick that wants to be a guy, they get the double mastectomy. Okay. And if you want to be like, well, there's more risks, yeah, it's almost like you shouldn't be doing that. But whatever, that's not the point. The point is you are someone who identifies as a woman, and if you want to hold on to your wang dang, you're a dude. All right, and you got to start taking it, dude. That six makes it satanic equation. Okay. Not sure. Anyways, that is what I'm talking about. Full bore is the only way to fuck. I'm just saying, if I want to be treated as a woman, I identify as a woman, I want to compete with women, but I'm still sexually attracted to women, and I'd like to keep my male genitalia. No. You don't get to identify with a woman or identify as a woman and compete with women if you also are sexually attracted to women and want to keep your male genitalia. In fact, the male genitalia part, if you have male genitalia, you're not a woman. You have male genitalia. I'm sorry. I'm willing to let you indulge yourself on this whole like science thing of like science isn't set on whatever. Right. But I'm just saying, for me, this is my line in the sand. Male genitalia, you're a man. That's all I'm saying. Ignat's not giving up the rudder. Oh, man. It's just gross. It's gross that someone could be like, I identify as a woman. I want all the benefits and the perks of being a woman. I don't have to go through any of the actual medical difficulties that women go through. Oh, and I would like to hold on to my penis in case I want to pee standing up or, I don't know, have sex like a regular guy. But I am a woman, and I demand to be treated as such. Now, let me go to the fucking White House and shake my boobies in the air because I'm a woman. No, you're not a woman. You're a dude with breasts. You're a chick with tits. You're a dude. Really weird one, but a dude. If you don't give up the dick, you're not a chick. That is the rule that I am setting here and now. I'm sure this won't come back to bite us ever. We'll be fine. Angry fish with a I believe that's a Tiger King emote. I don't know. That it's so tiny I can't tell. You are not changing anyone's mind, Johnny. Yeah, I know I'm not changing anyone's mind. I'm just announcing where I put my line in the sand. Where I'm going forward from here going forward. I'm going to again cocked or decocked, and that's just how we're gonna start going at it right then and there. And surprisingly, in most of these cases, Dylan Mulvaney, the lady at the the dude at the White House, Leah Thomas, a lot of these trans athletes, a lot of them, they'll take the hormones, they'll get the breast implants. They don't get rid of the dick. They don't get rid of the dick. They always want to keep the cock and balls. And I'm like, no. You forfeited those when you said, I'm not a man, I identify as a woman. Well, let's be clear. Women don't get those. So you don't have to go the whole, I'll meet you halfway. You don't have to go the whole, like, fake thing. But you do got to remove the git. You know what I mean? People have been making eunuchs for a long time. You can function just fine without the wang dangle. Again, you don't want it. You don't want to be a dude. Alrighty. So Riley Gaines dismissing Leah Thomas. We really lost the thread on this one early on. We didn't even get past the fucking headline. Alrighty. So Riley Gaines on Wednesday responded to remarks Leah Thomas made in a podcast interview in April, where she claimed advocates for keeping women's sports fair and equal were using the guise of feminism to push transphobic beliefs. Yeah, and how would Leah Thomas know that? It's almost like she recognizes like. Leah Thomas recognized that the same way all of us kind of recognized that Leah Thomas was using the guise of being a trans person to push cheating at sports. Because I'm sorry, dude. Nah. You're happy being a dude. You're not giving up your gear. You said you're into chicks. No. You're someone who's like, well, I could make records as a male athlete, but I'm lukewarm at best, or I could just want. snip. Snip. I have no idea what that is. Damn, chat needs to leave the group. They're disrupting the flow. What? Chat needs to leave the group. I have no idea what we're talking about. Everything. Oh, shit. This is on top chat. I bet this is. If I go to live chat, do we have something else going on? Nope. Live chat's great. I don't know what you're talking about, homie. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've completely lost the thread now. New title. Just be happy to be a dude, LLC. I might have spelt it wrong. It's a Jack Sparrow quote. Oh. Okay. Oh, God, I wish I had that sound drop. Yeah, if you want to be a chick, you have to choppy your pee-pee. I choppy your pee-pee. Look, man. I don't want to have to see somebody be like, hey, man, I can see your ball bag hanging out.
It's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie lips hanging out.
I don't know. Coochie lips don't usually look like they're holding a hard-boiled egg. I'm just going to say those are some awfully cylindrical coochie lips you got there, sweetie. Oh, chat are the sea people, right? Off with their heads. What? Sea people. I don't know. I'm not advocating off with anyone's heads. I'm saying if you want to compete in... I'm just saying if you want to use women's restrooms and all that stuff, again, if you kept you're just a dude with a fake set of titties. All right, anyways. Thomas made the statement on fellow trans swimmer Shyler Baylor's podcast, Dear Schuler? Is it Schuler? Schuler Baylor's? Dear Schuler. I don't know. And the former University of Pennsylvania swimmer's remarks were brought up during a Senate hearing. Senator Josh Halloway, a representative of Missouri, asked for Gaines's opinion on Thomas's Asked for Gaines's opinion on Thomas's comments. Feminism is not a fluid term, Gaines said. The meaning of what the meaning of what it means to be a feminist is to uphold, respect, honor, embrace, and celebrate women on our own physical ceilings, our own uniqueness. That term has not changed. What this really is a male mansplaining what it is to be feminist, which I honestly think is pretty ironic and something we've seen before. Oh, yeah, feed it to him. You're not competing because, quite frankly, you can't because he has a superior advantage because he's cheating. Seems like the guy can't figure out what to do with his chud. I'm just hating the haters. No matter how good their cause, I demand justice. New boot goofing. Justice for what? What justice are you not getting? I mean, I know you're new boot goofing, but again, where's the justice part? Oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Fucking Leah Thomas. I cannot believe how on any stretch of the imagination, on any planet in this solar system, you have the balls to compete. Look at that. You're almost a whole head length taller than her. I'd be willing to bet the shoulders are different.
Cheer 100 Johnny. If she could only understand, he wouldn't have to mansplain the whole thing.
And hear me out, guys. This is how we help expedite the process of this stuff getting confronted. as men, we need to stop being vocal and we need to stop being sedentary and start being vocal and get up and go, yeah, I support Leah Thomas. It's about time sports were done right with men. It's about time women were done right by men. You chicks have had how long and you still suck at it? If we want women to be done right, we got to start making men the women. Sid Justice. Who's Sid Justice? I don't know who Sid Justice is. I was just talking about how that guy is very, very much a dude. Just Leah Thomas, after finishing 5th in the 200-yard freestyle during the NCAA Women's Swimming and Division Championship on March 18th. Finishing 5th? Oof. That's got to hurt you just a touch. Is that Riley Gaines standing next to him? It's hard to tell. It's another lady who's got blonde hair. It's like you guys all go for that thing. Alrighty. Okay, so Thomas said in April some of her University Pennsylvania teammates were half supportive of the swimmer who was competing against women despite being a biological man. They were like, oh, we respect Leah as a woman, as a transgender woman or whatever. We respect her identity. We just don't think it's fair. You can't really have that sort of half support where you're like, oh, I respect her as a woman here, but not here, Thomas said. You can't sort of break me down as a person into little pieces and you're like, okay, this is okay, that's not. Pretending to be supportive of someone on some level, but in reality, it just sort of falls flat. It's because it's unfair, because you're cheating. And by the way, the admitting you're attracted to women, not giving up your junk, and changing in the locker room with them, all of this does not make you look any more innocent. In fact, actually makes you look... And you wanted acceptance. We're accepting you. We're not letting you take... This is like saying, it's not fair. The guy who was born with a fucking sledgehammer for a fist just wants to compete in boxing, but everyone says it's unfair because even if you put a glove on it, it's still a 12-pound sledgehammer where his fist should be. It's like saying you accept me for being a man with a sledgehammer fist, but only when you want me to break the concrete in your backyard. Dude, that's actual acceptance, all right? You're not allowed to break the rules that other people aren't allowed to. Let's let them start taking steroids and get all jacked. They're using the guise of feminism to sort of push transphobic beliefs. I think a lot of people in that camp sort of just carry an implicit bias against trans people, but don't want to, I guess, fully manifest or speak that out. And so they just play it off as sort of this half support. No. It's half support the way you half commit, You didn't fully commit to being a trans person. You still got your dick. I mean, start taking some testosterone, give up the boobies you got, if you got boobie surgery, and then boom, guess who's now just another dude? You are. I mean, your decision doesn't have to be permanent at all. It could be just long enough to get your name in as many fucking record books as possible, and then just kind of, now I'll go back. Now I'll go back. So respect for someone's fantasy is what they want. Fuck me sideways and bent backwards. Not even politicians get that from most people. Stop living in a fantasy and just be all you can be without my involvement. Yeah, again, it's just, they're supporting me, but they're not letting me. I can't believe that they don't like the fact that I'm beating other. Yeah, because they're considering what it's like for the girls on the other team who have to compete against you, and it's not fair. All right? Sledgehammer in women's sports. There's a slogan. I mean, I don't think so, but yeah. Gaines was speaking at the Protecting Pride Defense.
Strangely drawn to its presence.
Last minute raid. I guess it's kind of a trend. We always get raided last minute. Thank you, Deathblow, for your one-man raid. You know, sometimes it's not about quantity. It's about quality. That's what we got here. It lies, he says. Okay. Atomic Citizen, the price is right. Aha. Yeah. And let's face it, this is the kind of raid that I can afford.
I'd buy that for $1.
But I do have to eat. Have a good one. Later, Deathblow. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up in the next 20, 30 minutes. But thanks for lurking in on the channel, helping out that way. So, yeah, protecting, Gaines was speaking at the Protecting Pride, Defending Civil Rights of LGBTQ plus Americans hearing. Oh, defending the rights. Yeah, said it before and I'll say it again. Still got a dick? You ain't a chick. Put that one on a t-shirt. That's where we're going with that. So this next video that we're going to play tickles me pink for an entirely different reason. As someone who used to be a chef, there are, and I understand most people will probably believe me on this or agree, but there are few people worse in the clientele range than vegans. I'm sorry. Vegans are horrible. Anyways, I'm so glad to have this self-affirming article because a celebrity chef from named John Mountain is banning vegans from his restaurant in Perth, Australia. It's just about the greatest thing ever. Here we go.
A celebrity chef in Australia taking some heat after banning vegans from his restaurant.
Oh, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
I'm done with vegans. I'm absolutely done with vegans.
I might need to record that.
Chef John Mountain says the ban came after a dispute with a diner at Fry, his restaurant in Perth. The customer skewered the eatery on social media, claiming she was served an unsatisfying vegetable meal for which she was charged $22. She was also unhappy about the lack of vegan options. The restaurant posted on Facebook this: sadly, all vegans are now banned from Fire, in parenthesis, for mental health reasons. The chef says.
I love he didn't say. Angry Saxon, good on him. It's about fucking time. Chicks don't have dicks, they have peckas and feathers. So yeah, that's why chicks are known for asking.
You want to see my pecker?
Anyways, Angry Saxon, good for him, about fucking time. The best part about this, he says for mental health reasons, he doesn't say whose. He doesn't say for your mental health, for my mental health, because you're in need of mental health, because you have bad mental health, anything. He doesn't paint it as a picture of these people are crazy or these people are making me crazy. He's just saying for the craziness to stop.
He's fed up.
Please go find another kebab shop somewhere that's happy to give you that plastic rubbish that you enjoy to eat so much. Go and enjoy your life somewhere else. I've worked for some of the best chefs in the world. And
that plastic rubbish that you love to eat. Oh, God, I love him. Chameleon Izzard saying, hi, Johnny and Chad. Hey, Chameleon Izzard, good to see you. I'll have you know I'm vegan and won't accept such horrible meals as prepared by meaty humans, which no meat eater has ever said. Oh, boy. Quality, baby. Yeah, quality, baby. All right, so back over to this. Here we go.
to be told that you're not good enough by some sort of influencer type vegan person that I'm not into the 2023s.
Call him a cunt. Call him a cunt. I feel like we really had to back off. I feel I'm not into the 2023, like some sort of vegan type influencer person. Cunt. Just like it's like a sneeze, like a knee-jerk reaction. Call her a cunt. Oh, wait. We don't know it's a her. Shit. That's my Meghan Merkel hatred seeping out. I'm sorry. But this person is still a cunt. Actually, vegan. Probably a dude. Dudes will complain about vegan. Hate everything meat. Easy enough to teach a child. Yeah, hate everything meat. And isn't vegan the one, too, where it's like, even if it's produced by an animal, so, like, you gotta hate fucking milk and shit, too? And the Lord said...
Well, Sparkle Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
Thank you for the 100 bits for that support. What was it? Where am I at? I was reading something that somebody said. And the Lord said, Stephen the vegan has a meeting with Negan. Sadly, he will be bleeding. The word of the Lord. All praise to God. All right, thank you very much, Fallen. Right, that's what I said. I thought they were meaning that they were upset that meat made their meal. No. They're upset. The person is upset that the meal they were served was apparently in their opinion overpriced and was just like steamed vegetables and shit, and they didn't have enough vegan options. So the vegan option that they managed to slap together wasn't good enough for them. They're like, hey, I came here and you didn't cater specifically to me. And this is a regular problem with fucking vegans. Because the menus don't cater specifically to you. Because like another group we were recently talking about, you are a small group. Many of you regret your decisions after you become vegan. Look, let's talk about some truth. Let's talk about the number of people who end up harming themselves because they decided to try veganism, okay? Let's talk about how many vegans... Damn, do we have to cut the crust off the loaves of bread too? Good God. Yeah, that's kind of the point, Atomic Citizen. The vegan people literally have to have their hand held to the point where, I can't go to a vegan restaurant. One, because there never is a good vegan restaurant. Finding a good vegan restaurant is like a blind person finding their way through a maze. It's a fucking miracle if you do. Damn, do we have... Oh, wait, no, I already read that part. But, the other thing did sound like Last Supper. I'm being shitty. I'm scatterbrained because I'm freaking out about the microphone cord cable thing that I got to deal with after the show's over.
Killed me.
Oh, shit.
The ban has been...
That was the last part. That comment killed him. I shouldn't have paused it like that. Killed me. Yeah, there's a way to end it. Oh, no. No. Okay, I always say I want to go to Australia because the male to female ratio is kind of nice, and Australian ladies are hot. And oh shoot, the boxer chick was in. Oh, I didn't actually get to. Did we get to that story with her? Vegans, Leah Thomas. I must have missed it. Something must have happened. All right. Yeah, I have no idea how we did it. Anyways, I missed the story I was going to go into. But this one is creepy as shit. So I didn't know these things really exist, but apparently in Australia there's something called a beach worm. I've been to many a beach because I live in Minnesota. Oh, this has got music. I don't want to use the music part, so we will mute it. I have to say, this is fucking creepy as shit. More proof that you don't need to live in Australia. You got a fish, got a dead fish thing here. Oh, we got a little bug thing. There we are. A giant F-off worm. Holy Christ. Does it enter the host through the anus? No, it doesn't enter the host through the anus. It's lying in wait under the beach to grab at usually decaying things like plants and animals that it eats. But I'm just saying, you're walking. He's standing on the beach. He's standing on the ground where he literally pulled that out of. That thing is slithering around under you. At any point, it could decide to just come up and fuck with your life, man. That is messed up. That is horribly messed up, man. Oh, Jesus. That is creepy as fuck. Why? Why would you live in Australia? All right, so it is the Australia lanifus, commonly called the Australian beachworm. They are a genus of Polycretaceous annelid of the family of Onopode that inhabit the intertidal zone of coastal beaches and are attracted to the surface by the stimulus of food. They are sought by anglers to be used as bait for fishing. Some species can grow more than 2 meters in length. They are blind but have a very good sense of smell, eat decaying meat, fish, and seaweeds that have washed ashore. 2 meters long, man. 2 meters long. Fucking creepy. What do you need those for fishing for? I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, there are shorter worms in people's intestines. 2 meters. Will it go in your wiener hole? Was fill some holes if you don't wash your dick and you're laying butt naked face down on the beach? Very quite possibly so. Thanks for that one. We now have a new nightmare scenario. Apparently, you fall asleep on the beach. You really haven't been washing your peen very well. Maybe she was on the rag. I don't know. But now it smells like, dead baby. And there goes your dick. Atomic Citizen, stick your penis in the sand. Let's find out. Look, put your dick where your mouth is. If only I could. Even just a small bump. Yeah, this is just this cable being a bitch, and it does not want to fucking work with me. I'm gonna have to fucking do something about it. Alrighty. Yeah, I gotta finish the show because this thing's taking me. I got 14 minutes left. You gotta just hang out for 14 minutes, man. 14 minutes. Alrighty. So that is good news for anyone that needed a reason to stay out of Australia, in my opinion. Because, sweet Jesus, why? Nothing in Australia is just nice. Everything kills you in one way. Even the kangaroos. Oh, the cute fucking, the kangaroos. They will gut you like a goddamn raptor. The koala bears, Mother Nature's retard. You can't trust that thing. It doesn't know what it's doing when it's doing it. It could go nuts at any time. Plus, once you learn that koala bears literally eat shit when they're born. That is a really weird thing. I used to think the worst that it was the birds, right? The bird, kind of mushes it up and then, digests it a little bit and then bubba-da-bubba-da-bubba, here's your dinner. The idea of I'm going to eat this so when it comes out of my ass, I can feed it to you. Again, because the fuckers live off of a food they're not supposed to eat. They're not supposed to eat eucalyptus leaves, but they get high as fuck on them and they love it. So they just keep doing it. And they're too dumb to figure out if you take those leaves off the tree and put them on a plate, that those are still eucalyptus leaves. They're too dumb. Oh, I don't even know why I'm talking about koala bears now. I don't know. Don't know why we signed on for that. Alrighty, so we've got a story here, and I think I might just tap out after this because this microphone thing is freaking me out. So we're going to talk about this for a little while and see where that lands. Australian earworm. Oh, God, if that went in your ear. Oh, if that went in your ear. Ugh. Well, I suppose, bright side, at least plenty of it would be sticking out the other end, so you could always just pull it back out, you know what I mean? Okay, so I talked about this story earlier. We're definitely gonna make sure, definitely gonna make sure we do it now. American support of same-sex relationships has dropped sharply in just 1 year. A pretty surprising poll for June, which, in case you've somehow forgotten, is Gay Pride Month. Yes. Americans' views about the morality of a number of behaviors and practices are largely stable compared with a year ago. However, significantly fewer say same-sex relationships are morally acceptable, and more say the death penalty is. Oh, no, that's not a good thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, so let's just go down the list and see what the numbers. God damn. Yeah. I am not going to be able to handle this. The world is a lawyer's this world is a lawyer's paradise. I mean, between the divorce and the death penalty stuff, I think, yeah, it's definitely getting that way. And this cable is getting to the point where it's just fuck. All right, anyways. So we'll have to, well, yeah, come on, man. Birth control, that one's was 88 now and was at 92 last year. So that's down by 4 points. All right, we'll just read the change. Divorce down by divorce approval is down by 3 points. Sex between an unmarried man and an unmarried woman down by 4 points. So we're just kind of slowly becoming more conservative again. Having a baby outside of marriage, 70% approval rating. No real change there. Gambling, down by 2 points. No real change there at all. Gay or lesbian relations are down by 7, which is actually the largest. Oh, it's gone from 71% in favor to 64%. Ooh. Medical research using stem cells obtained from human embryos, no change at all at a solid 63%. We need to get that up higher. People need to realize those aborted fetuses aren't going back in, okay? Let's just make use of them. Our mistresses on there, we'll see. Let's go through this. Buying and wearing clothing made of animal fur, also no change. That's at 60%. But sandwiched in between that nugget, the one of the very few positive climbs on this poll, which is the death penalty. Apparently 55% were in favor of the death penalty before. And 60% this time. Yeah, take that, Queens. Fucking Jesus fallen. What does the city of Queens have to do with this? Is it a city or a borough? I don't even remember how that works. All right, so doctor-assisted suicide, less people in favor of that this year, down by 2 points. Abortion, pretty much 52%, hasn't gone anywhere. Seems like that's a solid one. People pick a fence and they stay, or pick a side of the fence and they stay there. Interesting. Medical testing on animals, more people are not in favor of it, down by 4%. Goddamn right. Why are we testing on animals? I want to know how this shit affects people. Let's just skip to the people part. Yeah, I'm sure you can find somebody willing to take a run at it, you know, be the first one, the guinea pig in the mill for like a fucking paycheck or something. Canary in the coal mine. God damn it. Not guinea pig in the mill. What the fuck, Johnny? Alrighty, so testing on animals, down by 4. Sex between teenagers. Hey, that's none of our business. But people were down by 3 points on that. Now it's at 43%. Were any of these people polled teenagers? Polygamy, when a married person has more than one spouse at a time. No movement on there either. We're still just kind of okay with 23% being okay with it. Suicide is now down 2 points. Imagine that. Horrible publicist that practice has. Married women and men having an affair. Cloning humans has gotten 1% more approval, up to 12%, but not the only one up to 12%, because married and men and women having an affair rose 3 points. Hey, man, right behind the death penalty. We want to start killing people and start effing outside of our marriage. Hey, man, it's all good so long as all you want to do is plow that lady that's living next to you, and we can make sure that this guy gets the chair. That's all we're looking for. We're looking for executions and swingers parties. Oh, my God. That is not a flat... Jesus Christ. That is not a flattering... It's not a flattering poll. And this thing is not working with me. I'm going to have to end it right there. Unfortunately, 5 minutes early. I apologize. We didn't do any crazy hype trains, I don't think, so I think we're good on that. And it doesn't look like, even though people asked for supporting the show, it doesn't look like anyone threw in anything. Where is this party? It sounds fun. This party is in the moral fabric of America, Fallen. This party is what people in the country have said they feel about these issues. And apparently, over the last year... Oh, wait, nope, someone must have done something. Wait, that automatic payment, recent... Oh, because that one was on hold for so long, it finally got processed through. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have anything new on any of those, apparently. We are good. Thank you so much for supporting the show with bits, subs, PayPal, any of that stuff. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. It's how we keep going. And we have ebbs and flows on this show. I've learned to accept it. That's the ebbs are why we're on automatic overtime for this week, and or the flow is the other day is why we're on the automatic overtime. Might be ebbing while that happens. Yeah, it's the way it goes. Anyways, we're gonna be back tomorrow. Thank you for the stream, Johnny. I'll be back. You'll see. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be back. I'm sure everyone will be back. I don't want to be just ending it like this, but I'm terrified if I even so much as like chin bump this microphone that it will act funky on me. And so I'm going to go deal with that problem now. But yes, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been a podcast, and we'll be back tomorrow. Wrong button. Until then, guys, take care.
Game over.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you two fucking... Fuck!
Game over.